Hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? The Big Rich here with Ohio Fish Rescue, and I've got Josh with us.
There you go.
So we're starting early because Josh can be here for about 10 more minutes. So the people that log on early, you get a little bonus. You get Josh with us.
What's up, everyone? It's been a long time.
Because you don't never show up.
I got a family and I got time crunches to make, so yeah.
Oh, that's your trump card, as Richie would say.
I did make my dad the offer today that I will do the live stream every week if he moves it from 4 to 6. On Fridays, I can do it. You know, in the past, he opted not to not change the time, but I could be back with you guys. So, totally up to you.
Well, not just early, but Josh is here. He got about 10 more minutes. He's done with his work here. He's getting ready to leave. So if I started the stream early,
here until 6, which is 17 minutes.
Whoever came here early can see, you know, and have Josh here with us. And then I'll start it at 8 like normal.
You mean 6?
6, yeah.
Starting at 8. You're getting later and later on me, man. Joanne says the reptile tank looks great. Well,
it's not a reptile tank. It's a fish tank with snakes. Sugar Bear says, how you enjoying that bike?
I've dumped so much money into that damn thing. It's ridiculous. So I do want to say something, though, for those of you that donated to the Josh Fund. I am back up on my feet, and I'm doing great. So that money that you donated to that fund, I'm going to take and I'm going to donate back to the rescue. So
really?
Yeah.
You got your hospital bills covered? I thought you didn't.
The
people didn't have no insurance.
I
know your company had some, but it didn't cover it all.
Still have $150,000 in hospital bills.
Well, that's what that donation Josh link was for. To help
so there's different categories. I have $150,000 down in Orlando that is for my surgery that was not paid. My lawyer told me not to worry about that because we're going after the settlement. Then I have the bills from Cleveland Clinic, and then I have all of my co-pays. So what that paid for was all of my co-pays while I'm not working to be able to go into the doctor, my therapy, all that. Because every time I step into the doctors, it was $30. And it was ridiculous, and the bills just mounted up. So it did help, and it was awesome. So thank you guys. But now that I'm back up on my feet, I got my job promotion. I'm doing well.
You got your job back.
I did get my job back. I
was worried there for a while.
And so, like I said, so for everyone that
who can
donated,
take, 2.5 months off of their work and still have their job and get a promotion.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was worried.
And my boss now, which my old boss had 2 jobs in the same title, and when he left, it split back to the 2 corresponding jobs, and I took over one. Other coworker took over the other. He's so thankful that Jose picked me to be where I'm at. But you also have to think, like, I've been there for 7 years or 8 years. Wait. 2018, 8 years, and I'm already higher than a lot of the people who work there. So I've worked my butt off to get where I am, and they are appreciative. Yeah.
Your boss was a fish guy. Come on, Josh, you know it.
Well, that's how I got my job, but you don't get where you are. And
his boss loved him to death because he takes care of everything at work. I taught him. I brought him up with this little theory. If you make your boss happy and make his life easier, they will want you around more, and his work ethic, you guys know his work ethic is great. So he made his boss's job simpler. Plus, you're that guy from YouTube that does the Ohio Fish Rescue,
So check this out. We went to a meeting with the Cleveland Aquarium. It was a couple months back. And Cleveland Water wanted to go and get in bed with the Cleveland Aquarium. So when you walk through, you say, "Hey, Cleveland Water supplies the water to the aquarium." hold on, I'll get to it. The Cleveland Aquarium wanted to charge them $10,000 a year to put up their logo inside the aquarium, which I thought was absurd.
They're going to pay for all free water and charge them $10,000?
No, they pay for their water just to put our logo up in the aquarium was $10,000.
I thought the Cleveland Public Water was offering them free water.
We wanted to do like a community project to say, hey, our water's so good that you're able to run your aquarium. That, you know, you don't have to do extra, you know, treatments or anything like that. And you could just take this water, dechlor it, and it's good, which we use here. It's amazing water. You just dechlor it, and it's good to go. So they wanted the $10,000 just to put our name sporadically across the which I went and talked to my HR. I'm like, look, I'll do it for free. Like, you guys don't have to do anything. I get more visitors. I get more reach online. I get this. I get that. And I'll do it for free.
Did you tell them that we're bigger than the Cleveland Public Aquarium?
I told them, and they're super happy about it. I mean, everyone in my job knows who I am. So
are we going to be sponsored by the water company?
Working up possibly. But actually, funny story. I just got a water shutoff notice on my door this morning. My wife calls me. She said, honey, why do we have a shutoff notice on our door? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, I pay our bill every month. I have 10 other houses. You know, I'm up on the 5th floor. I'm like, there ain't no reason our water should be shutting off. Do they have the wrong address? So I checked in the system, and I found out that they haven't read my meter since January 2025, and they've been sending me estimated bills for the last year and 5 months, or 4 months.
So you know a difference now?
No, they were supposed to send out a notification to say, hey, I need to get inside your house. I need to read the meter. I need to fix a wire, a battery, whatever it might be. And that notification never went out. So I'm coming from top down, and I'm like, hey, what the hell's wrong with you guys? Why are you doing this? So I actually got kind of mad this morning and got that all fixed. But even the guys at OFR, you know, the manager down at the water department, has issues with shutoff notices.
The manager of the water department at Cleveland Public, or what was it?
Of the engineering department.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, fun stuff.
So also, in case you guys don't follow me on Facebook, just wanted to let you a little update, and I'll say it again later once the live stream actually starts. Today I reached 261, down from 344.
Look at this.
I'm wearing a 2X t-shirt actually here.
He's in here like, say it with your chest.
No, I'm not holding my belly in. I'm wearing a 2X t-shirt now for the first time in for I don't know how long. And then sideways, I'm still a little thick, but it's getting down there. I mean, I am nonstop dropping, you know, a pound a day, half pound a day, 2 pounds a day sometimes.
And I will say, since this dude decided to stop, you know, drinking and all this, I've seen a major just increase in his drive, getting stuff done. Every day that I'm here, he's out back working on this, working on that, just getting stuff done. So, you know, when I grew up, that was my dad. He was a workaholic, always just doing something till the moment he woke up to the moment he went to sleep. And now he's getting back to that.
Yeah.
J4 Aquatics sends $50.
Hey, J4 Aquatics. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, it's Jay. Nice to see Josh back on his feet walking. He ain't walking, man. He's running people over around here.
So for those that don't know, back in September, I was hit by a car. Car came up on the sidewalk, hit me and my daughter. In 3 months, my daughter was back to 100%. I'm getting a little older now, so it took me a bit longer. And now I'm, you know, walking pretty good. Most people don't know I was hit by a car. But this stuff just took me out. And still, if I run for a long time, like I'm running after my daughter, I still feel, because I have
Pins and plates.
27 pins and plates in my right
Screws.
foot.
Yeah.
Pins, plates, screws. There's 27, and then I have 12 in this foot. When I run and it gets really bad, I can still feel them, but it is amazing. And again, thanks, Jay.
Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Growing up from a little kid, you know, remembering dad and all that, do you remember how many times I was in a cast? Leg cast, arm cast?
A lot.
Oh,
I remember this one time you were like, I can ride a dirt bike. You're like, let me show you. And this dude took off in a 5-gear wheelie and then proceeded to
the power bit
jump
kicked
in
in.
and then broke his ankle. But then he rode it back to the trailer and then drove to the hospital.
Well, I had the family out for a family outing. You know, the kids got their little dirt bikes, you know. I had Tracy, I think, a go-kart at the time, or a four-wheeler. And is that the time you're talking where I went over that cliff?
No, that was a different time. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, because on that
This
time I
was
broke
at
both ankles.
Eddie Road. You broke an ankle. You drove it back to the trailer.
Gotcha.
J4, another $50.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not rich. You got inspired to cut some weight. Damn, great job, guys. He's still not done. His next goal is 250, and then I think
that is my
255.
goal right now, is 250. It's been for a while since I reached 275, was to get to 250. But I'm at 261, and I'm thinking, I ain't going to stop at 250. I want to go to 235, because the lowest I've been is 260, and that was like 12 years ago or something.
Yeah.
When we first got this house, before we got this house. And that's the lowest I've been in a while. And now I'm back to that. I'm 1 pound away from that. Why not keep going?
Yeah.
You know? So I think I'm going for 235. You know, I'm starting to get a little, you know, some messages cross line, you know. Hey, Rich, you look great.
He's feeling himself.
Feeling froggy, ladies.
So, you know, we can also do this live stream hybrid, like 5 to 7, where you still get half of your later crowd.
So
half
5
of
to
your early
8.
crowd.
So we have our normal live stream.
That's
plus
3
you're-
hours. 5 to 7.
But you're only here from 5 to 6.
I'm here from 4 to 6.
But you just said we could do 5 to 6.
5 to 7 on the live stream, so I can go out there.
So you'll only be here from 5 to 7, because you're
5
not
to
going to
6.
start at 5 to 6. You're not
Yeah,
going to start at 4.
unless you want to start at 4, I can. But I'm saying to
No,
make it an
stuff you're
easier
doing 3 hours
transition.
or 4 hours.
No, 2. So from 5
I
to
don't
7.
want to do that. It's too early. All my people, this is their Friday nights. I'm going to take away their nighttime and put it in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep the regular time and add an extra hour in, where you can do, if you're here from 4 to 6, you can do from 5 to 6 here.
Can.
And then we'll start the regular live stream. And then a bunch of people will get up and leave. And then me and Jerry will be left here with the rest. Thanks, Jay. You the man. J4 Aquatics, you guys remember he donated us that was it what was kind of that? Yeah, but what kind of flower horn? I forget.
Gold base.
Gold base flower horn. And he had that huge knot on his head. Looked great. Remember, he sent me these little things, and it looked like a little fish. And you know, I'm like, what the hell is this for? It's not a sucker. You know, I didn't know you're supposed to hold it up to the tank. I'm like, what's this for? I'm like, this is cute. You know, I didn't know.
And those are Aranda statues out there. Also, came from Jay, sitting on top of the
Oh yeah, that's right. We have our big Datnoid statue and our Aranda statues, and we won't get rid of them. We love them things, and they're on display. And that came from J4 Aquatics also.
My friend has a big tigerfish statue, and he won't sell it to me. I want it. Put on the turtle costume. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. We also have the mermaid costume. I don't see anyone on here telling Dad to put on the mermaid costume. What's up with that?
Who wants to see that?
So I put on the turtle costume when I'm talking shit. But proving a point.
Jerry, you're not even close to being in frame. There you go. We all get by with a little help from our friends.
Oh, yeah.
See, even losing all this weight, I'm just so much wider and bigger than you guys, you know?
Well, you're also 3 foot ahead of
Well, why
me.
don't you scoot in?
Well, you guys smell.
No, we don't. I don't. I just got out of the shower a little bit ago. You guys ain't noticed. I cut my hair. Oh, here.
Now he's officially a front man.
I cut my hair, and I washed a little bit of that gray right out of my hair.
All right, I'm gonna slide back now. I like to put my foot up on my knee. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, I'm missing my circle.
Uh,
Let me put
any
my,
I don't think it'll stick. on
questions
that.
you guys want to answer before I head on out of here? Because I got to get home to see the family. Someone earlier asked how I liked riding up to the bike, and I got into the whole donation thing. Well, the bike is awesome. You guys remember I bought the blue bike, which
do you like it? Riding it better than the blue?
hang on, which the blue bike was
Amazing.
awesome. And I'm the one in this family who started everyone on the custom baggers. So
And I don't believe that shit. I've been trying to get my boys into Harleys forever, and
no,
they're
you
crunch
built up
rocket,
Harley
you crunch
with the
rocket.
Abe hangers. That's a girl's bike now.
Oh my god, I'm
And
gonna
then,
beat your
and
ass,
then you
boy.
got the 09 Super Glide, again, a girl's bike.
It is not a girl's bike.
And then I got the custom bagger. It was an 11 road glide, all cut custom, and that thing was amazing. And then I got Richie into it, and now he wants one.
I've always wanted one since the very first
Them
sight of them.
things are ridiculous. The blue bike was awesome. It had sounds. The only lighted wheel in
Here's-
Cleveland,
here's
and
the
it was
thing.
awesome.
I'm driving that red Harley out there, the chopper, and it's like a 70s Chevelle. I mean, it's a hot rod.
Okay,
Let
let me
me finish this. And it's like a hot rod. It's bad to the bone. It sounds great, and it does its job. You know, it's badass. It's got a lot of pull to it. I've never felt a Harley with more pull than that bike. But after seeing the big wheel baggers, I want that Cadillac. I want to cruise down the road in style. I want to be able to take a girl with me. I want to be able to, you know, cruise with the system on stereo. I can't hear a stereo over my bike. You know what I'm saying? And there's no room on that bike to put a stereo.
I'm just saying with every bike that I've had, no matter if it was the chopper or the black bike or my blue bike, the bike that I was on when we pulled up to a gas station, everyone always came up to my bike because it was more flashy.
Which one?
The blue bike.
Yeah,
we
I
both
told
pulled
you.
up. He pulled up on the black bike. He likes his sleepers. I like more flashy. Everyone came up to the blue bike, said, "Oh my God, that is amazing!" And now the red bike. I wasn't even on this bike for more than 30 minutes. All right, I picked it up on last Tuesday, and
Because you sold the blue bike.
Yeah, I sold the blue bike,
And 2 days later, you had
I
a new
bought
bike.
the red bike, which I bought it for less than the blue bike.
Yeah.
So I picked it up, and I'm driving
Well, it's
home.
got 30,000.
Hang on. I'm supposed to drive it home. I timed out the wet weather, right? It starts pouring on me. I'm soaking wet. I'm mad. I pull off into a gas station, and this dude just like pulls up in his truck, stops me, and he's like, "Dude, I just had to stop you because I love Harleys. That thing is freaking sick. Oh my God. I can't believe it." He's like, "That thing is awesome." So then I take it home. First, I stopped over here, of course, and that's when he got the video. But I've already dumped a lot more money into it, and I'm almost up to where I sold the blue bike.
Well, wait. Now, the red bike I had passed on because, you know, Josh had his blue bike, Richie had his black. I was looking for bikes, and I found that red one. But it didn't have the trunk on it. It didn't have the knee speakers or the fairings down by your knees. And I'm like, man, that's going to be another $5,000 to get them and then paint match it. It's going to be more. I passed on that bike. And now I can kick myself in the ass because once he showed up here, it was beautiful.
Looked at it. That thing was freaking gorgeous.
It's better than the blue bike. I will give him that.
Yeah, it's got an air ride, 30-inch front wheel, all the things that it was missing. I used the money that I made on the blue bike to put it on the red bike.
Yeah.
So
now he is looking for his ultimate bike. And when he finds it, I'm going to give him the money he had into this red bike So because I'm the one in the family that deserves the red bike.
But hold up.
So he's going looking for his bike, and I'll end up with the red one.
I put in an offer on this one. Hang on, it's on. But you know, it matches my
The blue and white one.
my red crotch rocket, and now I'm looking at. I love buckets, you know. So I've been searching for a hot rod, and I found this guy, which I like, and it's got a big block in it, and I can make it mine. It's not even loading right now, so I can't show it. But if I bring that home, it might be a little harder to convince me to sell her.
Pause this for a second, okay? Welcome to the live stream.
It's been started.
This is the official start now. It's 6 o'clock, 6:03 basically. We're starting it. Josh is going to be here with us for a couple of minutes. We've been on here for a while. So any of you people that log on early, you know, you got a little extra today with Josh being here at, you know, like 20 till or something like that. And, you know, he's going to be leaving here soon. But now's the start of the live stream. And how long are you staying with us?
Hold on.
If you just walk away right now, I'm going to kick your ass. Are you looking for Bruce?
Yep.
Bruce is gone. I got him out of here in case you showed up.
I tried, guys. All right, I do have to get up out of here, though. It was nice seeing you. If you guys decide to want to move the live stream, I can do it every week, but it's got to be between 4 and 6.
Just plan on 5 o'clock. We'll have an hour of Josh and then 2 hours of me and Jerry.
All right. Well, I will catch you guys next week. Then it was nice talking to you.
See you, Josh.
Take care, Josh.
Go take care of my bike. All right, so Josh is gone. None of your business says, I don't want to live in a universe.
Front door.
That's Jesse leaving. Without my fish family. Hug Tracy Forest Ridge if you have time. Of course. Man, I got something to tell you about Tracy. Let's wait till 6:30 and we'll do the Tracy update, but I've been waiting to tell you guys. Where's Reaper? He will be here soon. He's running late on his pickup. He ran, it was a close by rescue. He's got Mark and John with him, so they might come on here too. But they were late getting started, and now they're running late here. So they'll be here soon. You know, I don't false advertise. I am, what you see is what you get. What I say is the truth, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of time. He will be here. Harley Jem says he ran out of gas.
I was going to say something, and I figured I'll leave it up to them. They know.
All right, now, as far as the losing weight thing, Josh was talking about it. I haven't drank. 4 days before last Friday, I didn't drink. I drank 3 drinks on last Friday, and then I haven't drank 7 days since. So tonight I've got three drinks, and that's all I'm going to drink, and then I'm going back to non-drinking again. So it helps me with losing weight because I was at a plateau where I couldn't lose no more unless I completely don't eat at all, starve myself. Bill Lynch says, is he out on a date? I wish. Actually, who was that was, you know, wanting to get with Reaper last week? If any of you guys can tell me, because after he left, he's like, I don't know what I was thinking, Rich. I should have just asked her for a picture or something, blah, blah, blah. And you know, I'm like, dude, you shut her down. You just said you're not interested. I mean, come on. So, you know, if we can find out who it was, maybe we can hook them up. None of your business says Tracy would send us love and good conversation if she could. I bet. We are thinking about you, lady. Thank you. But, you know, the thing that gets me is I used to always tell her, God dang, Trace, just please stop. You just talk incessantly about nothing. Just stop talking so much. You know, say what you want. get to your point and then end it. She goes on and on and on and on, and I used to hate it. Now I'd give anything to hear her ramble on about nothing. Oh, Equalstar says she lives in his town. Even better. Evo YT said she was friends with someone. Right, none of your business. Way too many words. I used to tell that to her. You use 100,000 words of something you can do in 7 words. Come on. I used to bother me. I'm sitting there, and as she's talking, I'm going, get to the point. Get to the point. Well, my sister's friend, the next door neighbor, she had a friend that had this, and they got a dog, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's the point of this whole conversation? It used to aggravate me. I'd give anything to hear that back again, though. Oh, Harley Jem says, no excuse for drinking because you're hurting. No. I deal with a lot more pain now still. But she says she hasn't heard an ouch on the video for a while. I don't hurt like I was when I was, 84 pounds, 83 pounds heavier. It used to be my back hurt a lot more, my knees hurt a lot more, and I'm feeling a lot more spry and younger being less weight. So I don't hurt as much, so I'm not drinking as much. Period. It's just that simple. None of your business says she had stuff to say. You failed because you didn't hear it. Oh, I heard it and heard it and heard it and heard it. It was just like, please get to the point. Just come on, get to the point. I'm trying to be nice, but hurry up. I just, it was horrible. But, we were together, what, 30, 35 years, and you just get so used to something. Oh, she's going to do that thing again. Oh, there she goes. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was us because we're too close to each other. But, not hearing her talk in 6 years now has been crazy. I wish I could just sit there and listen to her. If she was there, if she would sit up and start talking to me right now, you know what I would do? I would just interrupt the shit out of her, start kissing her, and pick her up, take her in the bedroom, and show her what she's been missing for 6 years. Harley Jem says, my friend Anita is a talker like that. I didn't see the need. I'm one of these people, less bullshit, more action. Let's get to the point. That's why a lot of people say, hey, you treat the community service like shit, be nicer to them. Because I'm like, do this, do that. Okay, pick that up over there. And then, I deal with a lot of community service that are just like, their parents have failed them. They didn't raise them with common sense. They didn't raise them with any kind of knowledge whatsoever. So, like I'll tell one of the community service guy, hey, can you grab that pencil by your feet? Huh? What pencil? The one by your feet. I just said by your feet, And he looks down, oh, you mean this pencil? I'm like, dude, seriously? Just hand me the fucking pencil. And people are like, you treat community service like shit. I'm not treating them like shit. I'm just annoyed with them because they're so slow or something, and it just gets to me. So I don't know, but Camel Dan says, well, Rich, there is a reason they're all community service. I'm more of a doer, talk less, do more, like just last night, I tore that. Well, the last couple of days I've been tearing that whole back deck apart, but last night I built a bunch of little things that would, it's so like there's no more aggravation. I want something that's right there. I screwed metal onto the 4x4 and put 3 neodymium magnets on there and covered it with tape so that I can have the scrapers that I didn't have a hook to hold them. I just put them right to the 4x4. They clink, boom, boom. I got 2 different ones. And now everything has its place and I know where everything goes. I made a 1x4 across holding up and I'm holding like 20 different utensils. I mean, it's all going to be on this next video, which will be Monday. But I mean, the back deck is so much nicer and usable. We moved the hot dog machine because you can never open the bun warmer all the way. It was like you could only open it like 5 inches. Oh, that gotta be Josh. So Equal Star says, don't talk bad about Jerry's kids.
Calling
started-
Dr. Jerry.
No.
Ah, that's Reaper.
Calling Dr. Jerry.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Come on in for some live stream.
Well, we got to take care of
I
some
gotta
fish real
put some
quick.
fish away.
Take a stand and a tank out, and I'll repark, and then I'll be in.
So you want me to just gab for no reason by
Yeah, you
myself?
got to gab for yourself for a minute, buddy.
He's been doing that for the last 10 minutes anyway.
So I'll be back.
All right, see ya.
All right.
So anyways, what was I getting at? Oh, they started calling, it's funny, because our generation, we know who Jerry's kids are. A little slower, they had, I forget the name of the disease, but, you know, they were called Jerry's kids for a reason, and some people started calling the community service Jerry's kids because of Jerry. But what's funny is the kids don't understand. It's sort of like a put down. They don't understand that. They're like, Jerry's kids, okay. And we're all laughing our ass off. Sue Ann says, I love the new layout of the deck kitchen. How? How did you see that? There's no way you could have seen that. Camel Dan says, yard sale dates. Sue Ann, let us know the weekend you're coming. I think it was July 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, or something like that. Muscular dystrophy. That was it. None of your business. Thank you. And so, yeah, Sue Ann, if you can let us know the dates of that weekend so everybody knows, that's the sale. So Reaper's here, but they're unloading the van and unloading the fish. Hang on, go to YouTube and see. Okay, we're back online. YouTube's showing. All right, let's go to our page. And then we'll go to the lives. We don't need to go. Okay. Go to live streams. And here we are. And it is working. Okay, let's go back to the room. It says we're not connected. Oh, there we go. Now we're working. All right. Now I can pop out the chat again. Man, what a bullshit thing to do. You have to go through all that. Okay. See what happens when Jerry leaves. Jerry has nothing to do with this. I run shit. Your business says, I wish I had time to come and donate for the fish. I would do it for Tracy, also for a meal and a place to sleep. I tell you what, I was letting anybody that wanted to help out live here. And, you know, I got to worry about that now. The last couple of people, the last 3 or 4 people I let live here were just horrible. Horrible. You know, the Kathy thing? She came here saying she's a Army brat, that she was a medic in the Army. Then when she got here, she couldn't even suction out Tracy because she was supposed to watch Tracy for me. So, you know, the nurse is here every day from 7 to 3, Monday through Friday. From 3 o'clock on, I have to stay in the house while still working with community service. So she was supposed to watch Tracy from 3 until 6 every day for free rent and room and board. So she couldn't even suction Tracy out. It was too gross for her. She couldn't do it. Found out she wasn't an Army nurse. Her father was a nurse in the Army, you know. So we tried being civil and letting her still stay here for free. And she just became the plant lady. But she was so damn crazy and psycho, and all of her psych meds, you know, when she flipped out that night and came downstairs, there was like 20 of us there, including Skylar and her parents. We'd been downstairs for hours. You know, she comes downstairs. She just woke up from a nightmare, I guess. She come downstairs saying that, you know, I just got done beating her ass and I tried killing her dog. And we're all looking at each other like, what? She actually called the police and had 20 Strongsville cops here. There wasn't one mark on her. She said that I punched her like 3 or 4 times in the face, in the stomach, grabbed her by her throat. And I'm like, officer, none of that happened. I was downstairs for hours. And they separated all 20 people that were here, and everybody had the same damn story. Everything was, they ended up taking her out of here. And the thing that the police finally believed, she said that I was outside taking her little Yorkie dog. It was full grown, but it was only this big. It can fit in the palm of your hand. You know, you can just pick up the dog. And she said I was grabbing it like that and punching it into the muddy ground outside. The cop goes, "Where's the dog?" And Skylar was holding the dog right behind, you know, the police officer. She goes, "Here he is." And then, you know, Kathy goes, "Oh my God, there she is. There she is. Oh, my baby." And she was crying and all this stuff. And the cop grabbed the dog. There's no mud on it. It's not wet like we just washed her. Nothing. The dog is clean as can be. And the police realized she was fucking crazy. So they took her out of here, and I've never seen her since. So I was leery about that. And then this whole, you know, this friend of mine I've known from a distance of 30 years, I let him and his girlfriend move in here, and that was the biggest mistake of my life. And I couldn't see my granddaughter for 3 months because of it, and I finally made him leave. And now because I kicked him out, you know, he made it his issue to take me down. He says I don't deserve to, you know, live here and this and that and blah blah blah. And he's trying to close down OFR, and he's saying all this crazy stuff online. I've had to delete I don't know how many. It's just not worth my while. But I would love. I've got 2 spare bedrooms open because we took one and made it the live stream. You know, our buddy says that we do the live stream out in that hallway by the kitchen. We don't do that no more. We're in the back bedroom where my oldest son Richard used to stay. This is the Flaming Guitars room. And so now I've still got Josh's old room with its bathroom, and then the spare bedroom here open. I would love to have somebody that would just come in and watch Tracy for, say, 4 hours a day, you know, Monday through Friday, and you got free rent, free room, free bed, dressers, you know, no electric, no gas, no cable, nothing. You know, nothing. You don't have, oh, nothing. Just, you can live here. But it's just not worth it now. It's too much trouble. I go through too much hassle every time I let somebody live here. Except for Jerry. Jerry worked out. He's all right. He's okay. Summerly, I believe you would work out. She says she wants Josh's old room. Because you're very into the OFR thing. And as long as that's your motivation, you're not going to do nothing to hurt OFR, you know. The last couple was, their motivation was, I want to live like you do. And I've worked hard to get where I have, you know. I've worked all my life. You heard my son talk about that's all I ever did was nonstop moving, nonstop doing things, hustling left and right, you know. I was buying properties, rehabbing the houses, renting them out, while working as a painter at Earl Scheib, while having my own carpet business. In the middle of the night, I'd take the kids and go up to, like, you know, east side of Cleveland and put carpet in these houses that were sold, that I pre-padded. They were sold with the color, you know, of each room. And the people would, you know, do it. I'd pick it up from State Crest. I'd go there in the middle of the night from 2 o'clock until 5 o'clock. I'd carpet the whole house by myself. And I'd take my kids home and take them to school by 7. And then at nighttime, I was a bouncer 3 nights a week, and I played out 3 nights a week in the band. I mean, and then when I had spare time, I worked on the neighbors' cars. That's my house was the house that had all the, you know, the guys hanging out, drinking beer, working on cars, hot rods, you know. It was crazy. It was just, I don't know. I had money coming in from like 8 different streams, and I was able to do it when I was young. So I did it. And now I'm living a little bit comfortable. And, you know, I built the Camaro with Richie for 10 years. And then I built the Ohio Fish Rescue with Joshy for the last 10 years, 7 years, whatever it is. And, you know, each kid has something. And once I pass, they remember Dad with. I did this with Dad, you know. And, you know, I have things I can leave my kids. So. Evo YT says, found her for Reber. Her name is Cheryl. Well, you guys watch out for Cheryl. She comes on tonight. I got some news for her. But yeah, you know, he was living in his car, and because he got in an accident and totaled his car, he asked me for a week or two. I let him move in here for a week or two, and they did not even try and get out of their room and go find a place or to try and make money or do anything. They just sat in their room, and they'd come out at like what 3, 4 in the morning and cook and make all kinds of, you know.
Yeah,
I was up all night, but you weren't.
vampires.
Yeah, so they were up all night, you know, cooking and making, you know, a big mess in the kitchen and waking you up all the time. So you were crankier and shit all the time. You know, they made life worse around here. They did not help and make life better. So I told them, hang out during the daytime. Come out of your room. I don't know.
Get out and look for a place to live.
Get out and look for a place to live. If I see
You ain't
you,
gonna do it at 3
if
o'clock
I see
in the
you
morning.
make an effort, I'm going to give you more time because I see the effort. But I can't keep giving you more time when I'm not allowed to see my granddaughter. If you're just laying around all day long in your bed and never getting out of your
He's
room.
just looking for a place to winter over.
Right.
He wasn't gonna go shit until springtime.
I don't think he'd have ever moved unless I made him. And, you know, I got mad at him. I'm like, you know, you told me every month for the last, you know, 4 months that you'll be out by the 1st. And every month it's the same thing. Dude, I'll never ask you for nothing again. Please, just let me stay 1 more month. And I did. Even when my son said my granddaughter cannot come over here because DJ stinks of weed too much and, you know, all the other drugs he's done, I know he's still messing around. And I'm like, no, he's quit. You know, he went through, you know, his whole rehab thing. He did the Suboxone thing. He's done, you know. And I stuck up for DJ. And I went without my granddaughter for 3 months here, giving DJ a little more time. But he asked for another month, the last month. And I was like, no, absolutely not. You promised me you'd be out by the 1st. It's already the 6th. Get out. I can't, you know, and fuck you for making me be a dick. I don't like being this way. But you promised you'd be out. You're not out. I can't see my granddaughter. You're asking me to choose between you and my granddaughter. My granddaughter will win every single time. I've been nice enough. That's it. That's enough. It's time for you to leave. And because of that, he got mad and decides, oh, I'm going to take down Ohio Fish Rescue. And he posted so much ignorant, stupid shit online that I will never forgive him. The things he said, he said stuff like, you know, I know you killed Tracy, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, oh my God, all this stuff, you know, it was just horrible, the things that he was saying. You know, he said that I overdosed her with GHB, which is impossible because when somebody dies the way she did, the first thing they do when they get to the hospital, because, you know, medics brought her back. I did CPR on her for like 11 minutes. The first thing they did was take her blood and do, you know, is she, her toxic screening or whatever that is. She on alcohol? Is she on drugs? Is she on, you know, anything, you know, whatever. And nothing came. She wasn't on GHB. She wasn't on none of the stuff that DJ said. And, you know, just screw these people. That's why now I'm a nice person and I let anybody live here. And now I'm scared to let anyone else here, you know? So, I don't know. Whip's here. So, Whip's the one that said that, you know, we did our live stream out in that little hallway out from the kitchen. And we did do that then when he visited here. But now we're in the back bedroom. So, yeah, lesson learned for sure. I mean, Kathy, as long as I let her live here for free, was my best friend. As soon as, you know, that shit happened, and she actually had a dream, a nightmare, and she thought it to be real. And, you know, she proved my own case because she said I punched her in the face 3 times. She's what, 120 pounds? I'm 340 at the time, 44. And the cops were like, if he punched you, there'd be marks. And there was no marks on her. And then she said I grabbed her by her throat. There'd be marks. Then she said I tried killing her dog out there, pounding him into the mud. The dog would have shown some sort of signs, you know, a muddy dog or a washed dog that's still wet that we tried washing it to get away with it or whatever, you know. I don't know. I'm just so...
You want to know the punchline?
What's that?
The punchline is the cops asked you if you wanted to pay for her motel room.
Yeah. When the police were taking her out of here, they're like, we're going to take her to a hotel room to make sure nothing happens. Are you willing to pay for that? I'm like, hell no. She just tried putting me in prison. Hey, hell no. I'm not paying for nothing. Wib says, I didn't realize you moved it. Well, there is all this room, Wib. I mean, I can't even touch the back wall. Here's the back of the chair. And then the chair goes back another 5 foot. I'm touching the front of the chair now.
Careful of that chair, man. It's dumped you before.
Yeah, ain't going to happen again. I learned once or twice, maybe 7 times, but I learned.
Everything's a teaching, but
Sorry, guys. Oh, they hung up. I'll turn the volume down. Marie Dean's here. How you doing?
it is Tracy time. Isn't it?
1 more minute.
1 more minute. According to your clock.
Look, everybody. Right, guys, I want you to see, according to my clock, it's 6:29, okay? All right. Well, let's go ahead and start the Tracy update. Tracy's been great this week. She's been, remember I was telling you all the times that she'd be, coherent on and off, like, I don't know, in and out of coherency, and I'd have to catch her at special occasions. Well, last couple of weeks, we've been like noticing we haven't caught her as much,
That's that ring from the back door.
Oh, I guess this message is from DJ. He says, you're right, but you did punch her in the face. I saw it. DJ, you weren't even here then. Why are you even following me? Lose my number, eliminate you from my life. I don't want you around. You've said some horrible things that I will never forgive you for. It's over with. Just goodbye. Don't follow me. I mean, just why change your number 100 times to keep sending me messages? Leave me alone. I want nothing to do with you. You are the worst thing I have ever done in my life. Worst decision ever to try and help you. You have stabbed me in the back. I don't want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. Move on.
It should be blocked so he can't even be watching what you're saying.
Unblock this one too.
No, I mean blocked from watching this.
Here. Let me go to this message. Let me go up here and block him. What a piece of shit. Why is he even watching me? He blocked and reported. Now he's got me all riled up. DJ, you're a piece of shit. Just leave me alone. Yeah, I helped you. You begged for a week and a half, a week or two, and you stayed for 5 months. I didn't see my granddaughter for 3 months. You made me choose between you and my granddaughter. Your lies. I promise I'll never ask nothing again. Just 1 more month. No, it's been 3 months of that. I will not do it no more. I wanted to see my granddaughter. And if you want to hate me for that, that's you being a piece of shit. Oh my God, he started another number.
I feel sorry for the guy that he's wasting so much of his life arguing with you. And you, I don't know. Wow. My friend's fish station they had. I'm going to check them fish.
Dude, man, I am so riled at this. I would love to just catch him and beat his ass. He's such an asshole. I mean, I treated him as a friend and a brother all his life. And then because I wouldn't let him stay here, he promised just another week. But before that, he promised just another month for 5 months in a row. So I'm not believing him no more. I want to see my granddaughter. He promised me he'd be out by the 1st. Be out by the 1st. That's all. I don't know. I can't. Oh, my God. He's got me so riled. DJ, if you're any kind of man at all, show up at my house. We'll go in the backyard. We'll duke it out. And let it be at that. Period. Now, let's go on to the Tracy update. Anyways, the whole Tracy thing now. This week, hang on a second. Okay. Get back to Tracy. All right. So this week here, she's been really good. She's been doing great. She's awesome. No problems no more. Remember the whole bladder infection a couple weeks back. Everything's great, So, but it was Wednesday night. It was Tuesday and Wednesday nights. I have to do 16 hours in a row, and I get 4 hours sleep in between. And it was Wednesday. Okay. My nurse that usually shows up on Fridays, Beatrice, she came in, and I'm like, I didn't even know you was coming. So I was able to go and try and take a nap. But here's the thing. I was sitting there taking care of Tracy before, when you hand over a patient to another nurse, you got to let them know when's the last time you turned them, what are her, how many milliliters are her pee she's peed, all these different things, when she was last changed, when she was last fed, all this stuff. So I'm doing all that, okay? And I'm getting into this, and I'm telling her, and all of a sudden, Tracy's sitting there, and she's laying there, and her head's pointing this way, and I'm talking to Beatrice, and all of a sudden, she didn't move slowly like this. Sometimes I'll notice that she'll turn towards me, but she won't be looking eye to eye. She'll be like looking above my head or something. So I don't consider that her being there. This time here, it was like somebody snapped a switch, and she went like this. She went and looked right at me, dead in my eyes. I was like, oh my God, Tracy, you're there. Hi, sweetheart. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I was getting worried. And she's just staring me right in my eyes. And Beatrice is like, oh my God, I've never seen her like that. She's looking at you right in your eyes. And I'm like, yeah. And I start telling her things and all this. And I'm telling her what we've done. We built you a pond. Because every time she be coherent, I try and tell her everything, catch her up on what we've done and what we're doing next. And I don't know. But the point is, I'm telling her, I was like, honey, remember all your koi got stolen up front? We built you a pond in the back. It's a big pond, it's 40 by 50. And I got you a pavilion. I made a cement patio out there, blah, blah, blah. I've done all this stuff for you. I can't wait for you to see it. You got to come back to me. And then she started looking ahead again. I'm like, aw, honey, don't look away from me. I was like, I didn't even get to tell you about your grandchildren. And she went like this. And she stared right back at me again, eye to eye. I'm like, oh, you're really there. I've never seen her this aware ever before since this whole thing happened. So I started telling her about her granddaughter, and she just looking at me, and Beatrice is like tickled pink, and she's like, oh my God, I've never seen her act like this, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going on telling her about her granddaughter, and then she has a grandson, and my oldest boy had a daughter too, and I'm telling her about all this, and she did never take her eyes away from me again for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. She was just intently watching me, and I'm telling her all this stuff. And, I'm rubbing her shoulder. I'm rubbing her arm the whole time. I told her how Laura comes in and I took her arm and put her down and I rubbed her hand. And I tell her, Laura goes, wake up, Grandma, wake up. And then she rubs her hand and stuff. And, Tracy's usually not there when Laura's there. So I always tell Laura that Grandma's tired. She'll wake up, some sooner or later, she'll be there. And, it was just such a beautiful moment. It was just so amazing, it was beautiful. And I couldn't wait to tell you guys that this happened. I've never seen her that aware. She was like on the ball aware, still didn't talk, but it was just amazing. It was I actually had like a tear in my eye at the time. I'm trying to talk to her, tell her all this stuff, and let her know while she's coherent. I'm trying to let her know these things, but I'm still over here. I'm a mess, and it was a beautiful moment. And I know she heard me, and it was crazy. It was more alert I've ever seen her in the last. She started becoming alert. I don't know, 3-4 years ago. But it was just very seldom in between. And you had to catch her on her moments of clarity, I call them. And this time, it was just like, she was so there. Like, okay, if a person never lost their cognitive ability and they got their mouth duct taped, that's how I feel Tracy was. She understood everything I said. She was watching me. She was just being amazing, and she just couldn't talk. So I told her, I was like, honey, I've been taking care of you now for 6 years. You need to come back to me. Life is so different. I got a new Harley. I know you love being on the back of the Harley. You'll love this bike, blah, 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 this and that. And I was telling her all the things that we've done around here. She was such a sweetheart. I mean, I know she heard me. I know for a fact I love that little girl. But I don't know. So yeah, and all the people that I let live here, there were two people that turned on me, and that's like a stab in the back for no reason. You know, I don't know. I don't know. You know, the whole Kathy thing, she turned out to be a mental person. That's why I said no more people on mental pills, whatever whatever the pills are called. Yeah, this and that. Nobody else. If you got mental problems, I don't want you here. I'm sorry. Good luck with your life. You know, I'll treat you nice, but just I don't want it in my life. It's too crazy. It's I that was no reason for that to happen, and there was no reason for the whole DJ thing. He left here saying, I hope this don't bother our friendship, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, 4 hours later, I got an evil mail from him, email, you know, telling me how he knows I killed Tracy and I hated Tracy and all this stuff. You know, I'm like, what the hell? He did a 180 on me and flipped. There was no reason for it. I would have been fine being friends with him the rest of our life. But as far as, I probably would have let him move back in here at another time, as long as I can still see my granddaughter. But, you know, he don't want to understand my point of view. He forced me to choose between him and my granddaughter. I'm going to choose my granddaughter every time. I went 3 months without seeing her because of him. You know, I told him no, because he was all worried about it, you know, blah, blah, blah. Hang on a second. There's somebody at the door. Hello. Hello, I'm here. Okay. Walk down go through the gate on the side of the house. Walk down the driveway next to the boat are 2 white doors. That's the fish room. Go in there. Jerry's back there now. Thank you. So, you know, you killed her, nasty talk. He said that he put out on the internet, you know, on the YouTube videos and stuff that I overdosed her with GHB. Well, the first thing that would have happened when she went to the hospital, she had her blood work. They're going to try and find out what's wrong with her. There was no GHB in her system, you know. I don't know what the hell he's thinking or why he's saying that stuff. I don't know. You know, it was just so evil that I will never forgive him for saying these things, you know. He's mad at me because I wouldn't let him stay here in his mind for the last week. But in my mind, this is the 4th month you're asking me for more time. No, you promised to be out. You're going to leave this time. I want to see my granddaughter. Oh, it's just a week. No, bullshit. Dude, I'll never ask you for nothing again. Bullshit. You ask me every single month for more stuff. You know? It just, I was done. That was it. I was done. I can't be used no more. You know? He never left his room. He wasn't trying to find a place. He wasn't out hustling, trying to do anything. You know? So that was it for me. It was done. I was done. And I'm sorry that friendship ended. But I'm not going to apologize to him because he turned this into something that never had to be. He could have just been, you know, like when he left here. I hope this don't ruin our friendship. You know, blah, I'll find someplace else. Okay, bye. You know, he could have let a month go by, 2 months, and, you know, talk to me. We could have still been friends. But no. He turned on me like that, and that was a big stab in the back to say stuff like that. Hey, what's up, John? Come on in and have a seat.
I was seeing if Jerry was in here real quick.
Oh, you need Jerry?
The dude that's swapping koi, he's got a big koi.
Right. Jerry wasn't out in the fish room? No. Say hi to everybody.
Not even in camera.
Now you are. Say
Hey,
hi.
guys.
Run out back either on the back deck
Yeah.
or in the pool room. Jerry's got to deal with that guy. He's brought fish.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
be gone.
Be gone.
Thanks, John. Shit. So I don't understand where all this hostility is coming from. You know, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to ruin your life because I wouldn't let you live here more than 5 months. You asked for a week or two. A week and a half is what he asked. A week or a week and a half. Jerry, there's people here with fish. John just ran out. I don't know how you didn't pass him.
I was in the bathroom.
Oh, there's people here with fish. You're dropping off.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. John's running to the
Throw
back.
with me this time.
John ran to the back deck to find you, and I don't know how he didn't patch you. Oh shit. So, anyways, you know, we've got John, Mark, Reaper. You know, been friends forever. Jerry, he moved in here. He's one of the outsiders. You know, so you know the whole point is I've got 2 people that have turned on me, and it's not my fault. Kathy lied to get in here. DJ asked for a week and a half, and he overstayed his welcome at the 2-month mark because now I had to, my son wouldn't let my daughter come over here because of DJ. And to spare DJ's feelings, I kept telling DJ because he felt bad. I'm like, no, it's not because of you. You know, it's just too many people here. But it was DJ. Now that I don't care, give a shit about what he feels, it was him. Josh came in and DJ stunk like weed. And he's like, I'm not going to have my daughter around that. And Josh knows DJ as a drug addict all of his life. DJ never lived with us. DJ did his thing, you know. I'd see him every once in a while. So that's it. He had no reason to turn on me. So he turned on me, and that's it. I'll never forgive him for the things he's said. I've not said things to him like that, you know. And then he said, he accused me of lying when I said I found the needles and the saline solution packets out of Tracy's stuff in their room. Well, I did find that on my children's lives. I found that. And he's like, no, you're a liar. That never happened. And if DJ didn't do it, then his woman did and was lying behind his back, you know. I mean, I asked her if she was a hooker because she'd leave here at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Somebody'd pick her up. And she'd come back at like 4 o'clock in the morning with groceries. I'm like, are you hooking out of my house? And she said no. You know, whether she told DJ or not, I did say that. So it was just too much lowlifeness in my life. You know, we live a good life here, and that's that. I don't know. Sue Ann says they were stealing the saline because they were shooting up. Well, yeah, we found the saline, and then in another drawer we found some fucking needles. So definitely she was shooting up again. He may have gone through and she went through, but she was definitely doing it. And if he thinks I'm a liar, then he wasn't doing it, but she was behind his back because I found that in there. Tyler says not to be a dick, but I agree. Agree to what, Tyler? Don't give up, just pick better humans. I don't have a screening process. I've known DJ for 30 years. He was always my dude. He does his thing. He's stuck up on drugs and this and that, and he lived his life. I lived a married life with children, blah, blah, blah. But when we saw each other, we treated each other with respect, period. I don't know. So it's hard for me now to think of anybody else coming in here because what more bullshit do I have to go through, you know? Oh, someone says, Jens Carlson says, nice shirt, Big Rich. I want you to know that this is my second. Okay, the first 2X shirt I fit in was that Superman shirt, but it was an oversized 2X. It was like a small 3X. I couldn't fit into none of the other 2Xs. Today, I fit into other 2Xs. I tried on like 4 of them, even my liquid blue shirts. Now, you're going to see me start wearing a bunch of I used to love my liquid blue. It's a company that put out these shirts, and they were like psychedelic, funkadelic, glow in the dark stuff, and it was all dragons or skulls or, you know, stuff like that. And I had a whole collection of these liquid blues, and I couldn't wear them for the last, I don't know, 15 years. They're just hanging in my closet. This is one of them. I put it on today, and because I reached 261. Now, my belly's skinnier. I'm not even going to pull in. I am still a little chubby still. I'm going to lose more, but it's a 2X and it's loose in my belly. I mean, it's loose. I am ecstatic today. I'm ecstatic. So I've been doing good on my diet and doing everything good. Tyler says, I agree with you that you asked and what you choose to do because I believe that your family comes first before people to try and help. By the way, Rich, you make me laugh every time you say, fuck. I mark on the beginning of this, it's not for children, okay? This is people don't understand. Oh, this is supposed to be a fish channel, blah, blah, blah. And they get so aggravated with me. No, my live streams, I'm not charging nothing. I'm not making money. I do that because I cannot go out and hang out at bars or hang out at friend's house or hang out at my kid's house. I can't go out ever. I can't leave. Even when other nurses are here. Unless I completely trust that nurse, I can leave for a little bit and come back. But they're not supposed to be here unless there's somebody here. What if they get a call? You know, we've had an accident in the family. You need to get to the hospital now. You know, so I'm not supposed to leave at all. So I'm here and this is my Friday night out. This is my night out. This is what I get for working hard all week long. I get to hang out with you people. You know, I get to have a good time for a couple of hours. And this is my night out. So if I fucking say the word fuck, I'm sorry. I try and keep it off for, you know, I even ask other people, please don't swear. We're doing the video, you know, this and that. I try and keep it family friendly. But, you know, this is my night to hang out with my friends. Top Girl says, it's so funny. No disrespect. Do that either about you saying the word fuck. I laugh. I just can't help it. It's the funny way you say it. Love you, Big Rich. Please don't take offense. I don't take offense. I try not taking offense. Even when I think something is offensive, I try and figure out where they're coming from that maybe it's not offensive. I give people the benefit of the doubt first. I know because I flew off the handle too many times and I, you know, banned people, you know, and then they were like, dude, I was just kidding, blah, blah, blah. And I unbanned them and let them back in and this and that. So I learned to, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, they may be just joking around or whatever, you know. Whip's World. Fuck you, Whip. He goes, hey, Rich, did you ever get some of that crap off your counters? They'd be so cluttered. I actually did remove some and put them in cupboards, things that I haven't used in a long time, you know. But I bought more things. Now I got a clear ice ball maker. Makes clear ice balls 2 inches for your drinks. Because when Richie comes over once a week, he'll sit around and he'll drink a couple drinks with me and shoot the shit. And he likes his, you know, clear ice, the round ball. So I bought that. That was like $175. So that's on the counter next to that meat cutter. And then, you know, I think that's it. That's the only thing I've added. But I took away like 3 items. They're not cluttered. Summer Lee, I'm going to kick your ass. She goes, why are the couches in the pond room so dirty? They're not dirty. That's their design. It looks dirty on camera. I will give you that. But they're not dirty. There was a time when they sat in the corner for so long that when I hit them, a dust pile came off them. We vacuumed all that out and cleaned it all up. It's all good. Drinking word is spring. Okay, Jens Carlson, thank you. Whips World says, hey, I don't know how often you use it, really, but the back deck stuff look great. Wait till Monday. On Monday's video, I'm doing like 80% fish and 20% projects. So the 20% is spent on the back deck of all the stuff I built and created out there and bought for the back deck. None of your business says kisses only to our Skylar. She's moved on. She hasn't talked to me now. It's been probably a week and a half that I've heard from her. She was, you know, texting me every 3 or 4 days. Now she's moved on. She's got a whole new group of friends, and that's what she does. You know, she once she hangs out with you for so long, she starts treating you like shit, and because you won't put up with it, she says you're the problem. And now she gets a whole new group of friends, and now she's into pool playing in a tournament, and she calls me or texts me and says she's hanging out with this, you know, the best pool player in the United States. He's, you know, ranked, you know, this much and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't care if you found yourself a famous pool player. I don't care, you know. And that's what she does. You know, she was telling everybody, oh, I moved in at OFR. I know Big Rich, blah, blah, blah. That was her claim to fame. And then she, you know, lives off that for a while. But then I told her, once you get to know somebody for so long, they find out your true self and nobody likes you. I mean, nobody here liked her. Reaper introduced me to her. There's one of my best friends, Skylar, blah, blah, blah. And then it turns out Reaper couldn't stand her. Reaper hated coming. He wouldn't come over here because she was here. You know, then Jerry hated her and the nurses didn't like her and all this other stuff. And now she moved on to a whole new crowd of people. So now they're all, oh, you're gorgeous, you're sweet, you're this and that. And she's eating it up. That's what she does in life. So no Skylar update. And I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but life has been so much better since she's been gone. There's been no arguing, no fighting, no petty shit. You know, she's just, I don't know. You know, if she calls me and needs help, I'll still help her out. But I don't know. She's something else. There he is. What's up, Reap?
Finally.
None of your business. If Tracy was up and around, she would have done the same thing. Skylar would have lived here, and Tracy wouldn't have put up with the shit the way I did. You know, everybody was like, dude, she's treating you so wrong. Why do you put up with it? I'm like, I'm trying to help her. She's this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know, Tracy would have been like, I saw Tracy fight some girl and yank her by her hair and drag her backwards, and while she was dragging her backwards, punched her in her face. You don't ever treat Rich like that. I'm like, whoa, Tracy. I'm like, come running up. Stop, you know. Tracy would not have let Skylar treat me the way she did at all. Nunya says Tracy would have booted all those jerks day one. Yeah, if Tracy was here, she wouldn't have let any of those people move in. This is a fact. I know this. I'm a lot nicer. Tracy's a lot more practical. But, you know, just like you introduced me to Skylar, and then you ended up not coming over because she was here. You know, I don't want to say you hated her, but you didn't like her being around. So, you know, now that she's gone, everything's different. Everything's a lot smoother, right? Everything's a lot nicer.
Back to normal.
Get back to normal. So, here's the thing. That 2009 Harley that I got, we still never got the title for it. So I can't really sell that bike. I had a buddy that was going to, you know, he has a impound lot. He was going to say it was there for so long, they owe like 10,000 storage fee, and try and get the title from the original bank. But that ain't working. So I found my red chopper out there everybody loves. It's an Iron Horse made by Texas Choppers. I found the exact same frame and tires. So it's blue though. But $1,500, it has a title. I can put this motor and tranny on that bike and sell that for $6-7 grand, and then still have $1,000 of parts on this bike. You know, the rear fender, front fender, gas tank. That's a tank set. The front tire, the back tire, the front forks, the seats, yeah. The turn signals, all that. We can part it out, make money. You know, so I think that's the best way to go. Or you should just save up and buy the bike from me cheap and put the motor on your bike and get your bike back running. You have a title for it.
Yeah.
All options, all thoughts. None of your business says, I want a shovelhead so bad. I moved on from shovelheads. Now,
yeah, my back ain't made for no shovelhead first. Forget that.
well, you have a shovelhead on your bike. Yours was the 1200. It was a Sportster with a shovelhead.
Sportster.
Yeah.
But we actually boarded it 13. Your brother or Johnny or somebody at the shop, you had it done.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember building it for a summer, but as far as the particulars, I don't remember. I built so many cars. I mean, how many hot rods have I built over the years,
Right.
you know?
But no, it was 13. I had to go a little higher because it was done 10 or something. So
Campbell Dan says, Rich, your dad's here. Oh, you picked up the beer? Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I almost forgot. I was coming around the corner. Mark's like, I'll see you going live stream. I'm like, oh shit, beer.
Oh, shit. None of your business says, love you guys. My dad is so sick right now. Sorry to hear that. My autism needs you guys and your words. See, now, that's the kind of thing. I love life, and I love helping people, and I love making things right, and I love fixing things, you know, and if we can be of any kind of help to you and your misery, you know, I just love that. And I'm sorry that your dad is sick right now. I don't know the story, but I'm sorry you're going through that. Harley Jim says, okay, I'm back. Good dog. You went quick. Here's to your dog. Hey, Rich, if you gave Reaper his wheeled bike now, he would be able to get the rescue a lot faster. Sue-Ann, listen, I told Reaper, what was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago? He has a title for his bike. He could be riding right now. If he goes and gets plates for his bike and just puts them on my Super Glide, he could be riding, you know, the Super Glide right now, because I've been stopped a million times through my life, and no cop has ever checked the VIN number. The only time the VIN number comes into play is when your bike gets towed. You need to show the title with the VIN number to get it out. So, you know, Reaper could be driving it right now if he went and got plates on his bike. Oh, shit. Nunya says he has sepsis and his new hip is hurting. Well, if he's in the hospital, it's the best place for him. Tracy was septic twice now, and their IV antibiotics erased it and got rid of it. And she's doing great now. She's at home. So if he's in the hospital, that's the best place for him. And the pain will go away when the sepsis go away. Obviously, something in his body, there was some sort of bacteria that got in there and it started, you know. So Harley Gem says, ape hangers make you sit up straight, better posture. Reaper don't want my blue bike. I can sell that. I have a title for that. The black bike with the handlebars down here, that's the one he likes. So he can be driving that. What's wrong with Reef's bike? It's been sitting for so many years that, for one, the squirrels or the raccoons ate all the seat foam, and then both tires are flat. I mean, that's pretty much it. We'd have to
battery.
Well, it needs a battery too.
And clean out the old gas.
We got to take the carburetor apart, clean it out, get it all back together, running and stuff.
It was running. It died because I needed a coil. I put the coil on, lost the battery, never got another battery, and it just one thing after another, and then just, I don't know what happened.
Camel Dan says, I don't understand why you guys are getting snakes. Okay, we've taken in reptiles repeatedly over the years. Because we have a big following, we can help. Whether it be a duck, a groundhog, a possum, you know, guinea pigs, snakes, whatever. We have a large following and we can help try and find them homes. We've done this forever. But we specialize in the fish. Now, the reason we're getting snakes is because we have the Dwight Howard tank. We got to do something with it or get rid of it. I don't want to get rid of it. I like telling people the 2 Bellagios are from the show tank. The gumball machine was from the show tank. It also ran in as the, what's that where you shake up a thing?
The snowball.
Snow globe tank.
Globe, yeah.
Second show. And then we've got the Dwight Howard show. So I've got these tanks from tanked. I don't want to get rid of them, but there's really not a use for it here. So Josh made a trade with Preston from Satu Aquatics for the emerald tree snake. And now we're making a trade for a couple of the Amazonian tree snakes. They're like purple and blue and yellow. They're beautiful colors. So all that's going in there. And my biggest fight with Josh was he didn't want to fight them because tree snakes are known to be snappy and want to bite a lot. Preston agreed to come over weekly and feed them. So now it's a all head forward thing. You know what I'm saying? So Josh is okay with it. Everything's good. So Nunya Business says, does Josh have babies? I see he can walk now, and this is awesome. He has 2. A little Laura is 3 years old, and JJ is almost a year old now. JJ is in Josh Jr. Pythonosaur says, I love snakes. I have 100 of them. I read that today on one of the posts you left on the thing. I remember that same saying. And everyone's saying don't have frogs in there. Well, Preston from Satu Aquatics saying that frogs are cold-blooded, that the snakes can't even see them. They're a warm-blooded looking, you know, they have like a what do you call it, infrared type thing.
Right.
Where if there's something warm-blooded in there, they will attack that. They won't attack the frogs. So
yeah, he already is.
the one unsilenced voice says the specialty tanks are super cool. They are, and they're a conversation starter. And, you know, I have the Mike Tyson carpet in my front room. I have Shaq's plant out back. I was at Shaq's house. Shaq whooped my son. I've never whooped my son.
In fact, Linda called recently or texted recently and wants to know when we're going back out to the barn and get the 2 other Mike Tyson bars that she's
Oh, really?
ordered for you.
Whenever she wants.
You
We
know,
just
so,
gotta. You tell us you're ready. Give us 3 or 4 days. We'll make it happen. You know.
they're not both fitting on the trailer at once.
We can make 2 trips.
Okay, because they're
Southington's an hour from here,
they're
but that's okay.
Middlefield.
Okay. Well,
So yeah.
well, his old house is in Southington, and that's an hour from here.
They remember you guys.
Oh, they
went,
moved it?
They got stuff.
Okay,
you
so
got
they moved
stuff.
it. How far is their house from here?
Probably an hour still.
Okay, that's fine.
You know.
So we'll get a truck and we'll go and we'll pick them both up at once, or we'll take the trailer and do one at a time.
Yeah.
Either way, we're gonna have the bar in the back that's gonna be Mike Tyson's bar.
Yeah.
You know.
There was 2 of them, and they're big. Oh, and they're awesome. The one I think was all glass, kind of curvy one.
Yeah. So, anyways, little Laura's been coming over here for a while, and JJ, he's still, baby. He's not walking yet, but he said dad today, first
Really?
time, and Josh was here. His wife called him, and he's like, "Guess what the baby just said?" Josh's like, "No, I missed it."
Yeah, we caught Josh just on the way when we were coming in. He was just leaving.
Sue Ann says, "Is Preston going to sign on as reptile guy?" Yeah, he is our reptile guy. He's from Satu Aquatics. That's what they do, is mainly, 90% reptiles. They do have a display tank. We traded him the Fly River Turtle, and they have on their display there. And we traded him the I think it was a 3-foot Cayman, and we ended up with the Emerald Tree Boa. So we've got that, and now we're working on the Amazonian snakes, which are purple, blue, and yellow. They're going to add to the green of the tree boa in that it's going to be specialty. And yes, we are putting the archers in there and a couple other fish. And the fish tank itself will be on a pass-through system plus filtration. So we won't have to put in water for the snakes. They can come down to because they're arboreal snakes. They will come down and get water out of the fish tank and then go back to the tree. And of course, they're not going to heat sink the fish because they're cold-blooded. So everything's going to work out fine. All these people are talking to me that, that ain't going to work. You can't have, frogs in with snakes. Don't worry about it. We got a specialist from Satu Aquatics on the job. Manny Davis says, "I'm a bit tipsy tonight. Been out, just came back home." Woohoo! Tipsy Mandy, here's to you. Leroy Martin says tree boas will eat frogs. That's exactly opposite of what Satu Reptile says. They have them together at their shop. We'll see. Nunya Bennett says, "Do you have a pro that oversees the fish rescue?"
That's what
Well, fuck yeah, we do. We got Big Rich and Jerry and Josh, all 3 pros. I taught Josh everything he knows. And then, Jerry came from like 40 years of a background. And between the 3 of us, I let Josh take over a lot of the feeding and all that and some projects out there. I do as many projects as I can that's on Josh's list so he don't have to do it. When he gets here, he's like, "Oh my goodness, that's already done." Yes, there you go, buddy. Onion Business says, "Anyone that does Rich and Tracy nasty is not my friend." Thank you for that loyalty. Loyalty and devotion is 100% with me. If you're good to me, I'm going to be good to you to a fault. Period. You need bail, I'll come bail you out because you've been good to me. I will never, ever, ever let DJ move back in here or even talk to him again. He proved what he is. He proved who he is, and he's done. I walk away from it. I'm done. I don't need to know you. It's over with. You caused this. Robert Stacy says, "Hey Reaper, I can help you next week. Let me know." Remember him? He went on a rescue and helped you out. Robert Stacy.
Robert Stacy.
Him and his woman were here.
That was Rick.
Rick. No, Robert. Are you deaf?
I remember Robert and his wife.
Robert, say something that will remember him, you being here.
I remember Rick, and I can never remember his wife's name. Starts with an N.
Brad Ozak says, I would just watch bacteria with the pass-through. No, the pass-through will only be for the fish. The snakes will come down and slurp up some water. There will be no bacteria. We're all good. We're good. Nunya Bennett says the water does look good. That's not always a telltale sign. You can have fresh water, chlorinated water out of the sink, fill up a fish tank, and it'll look amazing. It is not able to hold and withstand life. You have to have beneficial bacteria, and that takes months. Okay, so. And Reaper does rescues. Yes, he's our rescue guy now. Robert Stacy says, you are loyal. You know, to a point, anybody sticks up for me, anybody helps me, I am their loyal friend till the end. I mean, and here's what loyalty consists of. If somebody badmouths them when they're not around, you, as their friend, should stick up for them. You know, don't let somebody badmouth your friend. That's called loyalty. And you know, Quip says, Rich, got a serious question for you. I've got a 96 Fat Boy and a 2023 Limited. Ooh, nice bike. I don't really want to mess with the Limited, but I'd love to trick out the Fat Boy. Some mini ape hangers, single seat. Well, you know what? I've got the single seat on my chopper, and what they have something, I hate to say the words. All you ladies, close your ears. It's called a pussy pad. Okay, it's got 8 suction cups, and you just put it behind your seat, and you can take your woman if you need to. Not a comfortable ride, but it is a pad. Okay, so a single seat bike like my chopper, that's what I've got. You can do that. The ape hangers. Here's my thing. If you sit there and you got your hands down here like this, if you hit something, you just feel like you're going over. But if my hands are at my shoulders, I feel a whole lot more strength, a whole lot more sturdy. I can control this bike. I can do what I want. That's why I like the ape hangers. I don't want ape hangers like people think ape hangers are up here, you know. Just a 16, 18-inch ape hanger is level with your shoulder. You have the attitude. It makes you feel like you're driving this thing and you're so in control, like, get out of my way. That's control. That bike down here, I'm like, brum, brum. I don't like this. You know, I don't like this. You know, I just feel, you know, I don't know. So this is what I like. You know, right out from my shoulders. And I don't know. Reaper don't like it. He likes that old bullshit. But yeah, tricking it out. I just did that Red Harley all winter long. I bought anything I could replace with chrome, I did. I covered all the bolt heads with chrome little caps. I mean, everything. That's how you trick out things. You make it the way you want it, to where you're comfortable. I did the neon lights under the swing arm, under the frame, you know, under the gas tank, lighting up the motor, all the way through the front forks and going down with the steel braided lines to the brakes. I got a neon light on each side, and it lights up the whole front tire. I mean, and if my old ass can do it, you can move so much easier than I can. My old ass did it all winter long. You can do it, brother. But now I'm a lot more pliable than I used to be.
Yeah, that's true. And your other bike, you tricked it out. It was all with the black fringes.
The fringes. I still miss that bike.
You know, everything. And
I took fringes and I zip tied them to.
You know,
Okay, there was a head shop in Cleveland.
well, we did the leather. I remember.
Yeah.
I had a box on it. I lost it, man.
Did you?
Yeah, you gave it some. Yeah.
I gave him a box because
It was awesome shit.
we'd go up there and we'd check their garbage and we'd get boxes of leather leftovers. And they had like fringes like 3 foot long, and I'd cut them into sections and make them, you know, for each handlebar. And I had fringes on there. I had fringes like 6 inches long that would hang under the frame. I would zip tie it to the frame all the way back. And I had fringes all the way around my floorboards. I had fringes everywhere. I had fringe saddlebags, and then fringes on the end of my handle. They used to slap me in the arm back here as I'm riding, you know. And the whole bike was fringed out. Everybody loved it. It was great. And plus I had the fringe jacket and the fringe chaps. So, I mean, it was just a whole ensemble type thing. And I ended up selling that thing, and I miss it now. That was a 83. That was my Uncle Paul's bike. Sold it to my older brother, Mike, who promised it to his kids. And then I asked everybody in the family if they wanted it before I sold it. And no one replied. So I went ahead and sold it. And now I miss the bike. And I got, my nephew's mad at me for selling their dad's bike. I told you months before I was selling it, it was, I don't know. Whips World. He says, I suck at finding parts and stuff, though. Any chance you can help me with my dumb ass out? Yeah, of course. But okay, the new bike. It had spiked foot pegs here, spiked shifter pegs, spiked hand grips, right? Well, the back pegs weren't spiked. So I searched on eBay, spiked foot pegs. And I found like 20 different kinds and finally ran across the same one that my front pegs were. Ordered them, put them on. Now it all matches, all the chrome stuff, you just go on the internet and search for, I want a chrome key switch cover. I want chrome horns. I want, a chrome tank accent piece at the bottom of the tank or fender chrome or rear fender chrome. Just got to search for it and you find it. It's out there. Trying to see if Robert answered you. July 5th, we rescued the Mustang guy in Columbus with the busted ribs alligator gar. Don't bring back anything?
I have to think about it. But yeah, you know how many rescues I do, like you say. You know how many people, remember, they said they know you.
Busted
They taught you
ribs,
last week.
alligator.
Yeah.
How many alligator guards you got with busted ribs? Or you had busted ribs? All right, come on, Robert. Got to give him a little more. He's old.
What year was this?
He said July 5th, and we rescued the Mustang guy in Columbus. So somebody in Columbus had a Mustang in the garage.
I don't remember a Mustang. Was it a blue Mustang?
All right, Robert, we need more info.
Was it a blue Mustang? I've done so many.
Okay, Sue Ann says, I'm getting 2 4 to 5 inch leporinas tomorrow. Can I put them in my 265 with the 2 pond turtles? Yes, but here's the thing. Leporinas are hit it or quit it. It's either great or it's horrible. They like to fin nip, and they will nip at the turtles, claws, feet, legs, that kind of stuff. Or they'll leave them completely alone. And I can't tell you how they're going to be. It's just a matter of, we've got leporinas in our big community tank. They don't bother nobody. I've had leporinas before that wanted to kill everybody it was with. So. Aggressive Fish Lover says, all the bike talk and no videos. You're out for a cruise with your boys yet? I haven't been out with a cruise for the boys yet. I've showed the video of me riding it up and down the street. They got their bikes and they've gone out cruising together. I have not gone with them yet. So that's coming. Mandy Davis says, your bikes are so awesome, Rich. Thank you. Nunya says, much love to you and your Tracy girl. See, and that's another thing DJ said. You treated her like shit. No, I've got videos of her being treated like gold. He was around when we got divorced. So yes, I did hate her at that point. But that was 30 years ago. Come on now. Whip says, before one of us dies, you, Reap, and me need to go riding. It must happen kind of thing. Well, put your bike on a trailer and bring it down here. Come stay for the weekend. We will make it happen. It'll be me, you, Reaper. He'll ride the black bike. And I'll try and get Richie and Josh with us, too, on Richie's new bike and Josh's new bike.
We tried once.
Oh, we put a hell of a try to it.
No. The whole thing.
I built his bike all summer long, right? And I lost the tip of my thumb doing it. And all this happened. And then finally I got his bike running. My bike had been sitting, right? So I trailer my bike out to his house. I'm like, oh, old dependable hero start up, no problem.
Finally gonna go riding.
I start mine up, right, starts right up, starts his up. We go down the driveway, we're high-fiving, smacking fists, you know, bumping, you know, fists and stuff.
About time.
We get out on the road, we drive about a mile, and all of a sudden mine starts going, oh shit.
Is that what you drive?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that go? No. Come on, read.
Hey.
Why are you laughing so hard? No, you're down here on the floor.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, couldn't happen.
Well, the live stream just stopped, huh? Got me on my hand.
Oh, Rich.
There we go. So this can go over here now. What's this up here? Now we can bring this up here. This will go down. You need to pop out the chat. Are we back yet?
They are back.
Okay, put this down here. Oh my goodness, come on. Nope, this is the wrong thing. This goes down. Okay. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. We're getting with it. Stream. Okay, this goes down. This comes over. I gotta bring it back full screen to be able to move it, which is hot. Dang it. Come on. You see me trying.
I know. There you go.
Move this over here. Nope. Move this back to here. Go up a little bit. Go on to current viewers. We're only got 56 people on here. Okay. Move this on over. There it is. Okay. Current viewers 72. All right. Put this down here. We're good to go. Put this video up here. We're good to go. And now we're back. Okay.
Yeah.
Reaper, I posted the video that the rescue Robert went on.
No, I saw.
Okay, on your guys, it may be working, but I had to put all the windows everywhere it needed to be. I got 3 TVs in front of me, and things need to be opened for me to be able to see what's going on. Okay, we're back. So yeah, I didn't have no fucking. I have a flipper for my front teeth because I was a bouncer for all my life, and I all my teeth are missing. So I have a flipper. It's called. It's not a full denture. I have my side molars. I don't have no front teeth. So I didn't put no. What's that glue stuff we use?
Dental floss. No.
Dental floss.
Denture
cream.
Fix-it-in.
Fix-it-in.
That kind of stuff.
So I just been going without it. It's fine. Well, somehow air got above it and blew them out. And then I'm walking around on my hands and knees, and I kneeled on the cord, and it pulled it out of the wall. And now me and Reaper are in the darkness. It was pitch black in here. We couldn't see.
We're both. He finally gives me his thing lit up. He's over here. He finally goes over here. I'm down here. Now he gets down. He's looking behind there. I'm looking out here. And then I point over there. We both head over there. As soon as he heads over there, the wire.
I kneeled on the extension cord.
Yeah. And it's like, what happened? It's like, oh no. We found him.
We found him. Tyler says, sure, that's what happened. Oh, Robert says his wife and Neves and April are our dog, and he sat by the pond after the tour. Do you remember him now?
Well, I think-
He showed up down there to help you on that rescue.
I remember the rescue. I remember the Mustang and so forth. I don't remember it all. I'll look at it. There's so many, like you and
Oh
I.
my goodness.
Yeah, right.
Depth chart goes, I heard Rich say I'm on my hands and knees and it cut. I'm like, dude, I'm on my hands and my knees. And to finish the sentence, I can't see nothing. I don't know where they are.
And you know what? That's the first time in 8 months I've seen him on his hands and knees and moving without saying ooch, ouch, or anything
Right.
else.
Someone else said earlier that you can't use the excuse to drink because it is so much pain. I haven't heard you say ouch lately. I'm like, I've lost all this weight and things don't hurt as much, so where I'm not needing to drink as much. I haven't drank 4 days before last Friday. I didn't drink since last Friday. I'm only drinking 3 drinks tonight. I'm on my third for the live stream. And I won't drink all next week because your brother is outdoing me and losing weight.
And he quit drinking.
So there must be something to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was beating him all this time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, in the last 2 weeks, he pulled ahead of me. Tyler says, it really was some OFR after dark shit.
Yeah, I got a little content.
Yeah, I got my teeth, I found them and I'm trying to plug things back in. Reaper's over here. What's up, big guy? And he's videoing and stuff. I'm like, no. Sue-Ann says, we need a new Brother John video. He's half the man he was.
Yeah.
He's, what, 253 today?
252, maybe, I think it is.
252. So he's 9 pounds ahead of me. I was beating him this whole race of losing weight. And then in this last week, he quit drinking, or 2 weeks ago, he quit drinking, and now he passed me. So I stopped drinking.
Yeah, it made a big difference. And like you said, he's waking up feeling better and less fogged in the head and this and that. He's like, you know what? You're
Even
just
Josh
so
said
used
tonight-
to it, you know?
Yeah. Even Josh said tonight, I've noticed a major difference in Dad. When I come over, he's up and around. He's doing things. He's getting things done. He's on the ball. Projects are getting knocked out left and right,
Mhm.
and he's like, this reminds me of my dad growing up,
Mhm.
So
No, weird comments too.
the big guy that I turned into was a little slower, for sure.
Oh, there was many reasons to it. More than one.
Summerlee says, best rivalry ever. Who can lose weight faster? I beat him for the last, 6 months?
Yeah. All the way up to a week or two ago, or a week ago. So, yeah.
Okay, Pixie and Pete says, I do need advice for an injured turtle that I have. What's wrong with them? We have healed many turtles. No, I'm willing to, take Brother John out and all you can eat place, Let's go, brother. I gotta slow him down somehow. No one has ever beat me at anything. I always am headstrong. I can do whatever. I will go without eating, and that's what I'm doing this week. I'm trying to catch up to John now. He got ahead of me. Okay, see, Pixie and Pete, you can't just say that. I need to know information. Was it a wound from, like a battle wound? Was it a scar where he hit his eye? Was it somebody else bit him? Is there bacteria involved? I don't know.
Is
The
it
whole
cracked? Is it?
No, he says it's by his eye, so it's just skin.
Oh.
No blood, just cut flesh. I think from male claws. You've got him in with other turtles. What you can do is, do you remember when you were young? Grandma used to use mercurochrome. All that is like red iodine.
Yeah.
You can still get iodine. They don't sell mercurochrome no more. But put iodine on his thing and dry dock him. If you've got him in water, it's not going to heal. There's bacteria in water constantly. So what you want to do is take him out of the water, dry him off, put him in a tub with a damp towel. Okay? And I'm just saying this without even knowing what kind of turtle it is. Is it a water turtle? Is it tortoise?
Right.
I don't know. But either way, that's what we would do. Is put it in a tub where he can't move and a damp towel under him, and then put the iodine on his eye, which will kill all bacteria, and it will heal on its own. That's how we've healed not Hubert, what's our other? Herbie.
Or
Um,
Hubie.
Hubie, Herbie.
I don't know. I can tell you.
Oh, it's a freshwater cooter. Yeah, get them out of the water. The water is full of bacteria. Every other turtle is in there. Everything on their body is in that water. They defecate in the water. They piss in the water. Get them out of that water. Dry dock him in a tub, damp towel. Even if you have to pour water in, twice a day, just keep that towel damp and don't let him run around. Don't let him be in that dirty water. It's an open wound. You want to kill all bacteria. So use the iodine. Done. Just regular iodine, yeah. That's what we've put on Herbie's shell and kept him dried out. And remember the Mexican musk turtle? He got out of the 3,000-gallon tank and fell 4.5 foot to the ground and cracked his shell. And it was a bad crack. We dry docked him and used iodine on there to kill all bacteria, and he healed right back up. You can't even tell there was a crack in his shell. And he's back in the water doing great. But it was like 2 months out of the water that we kept him out of the water. Iodine is not okay. Iodine is the answer. It kills all bacteria, and that's what you want. You don't want bacteria. Even on shell rot, it's all bacteria eating away and turning the shell soft. You don't want no bacteria at all. Where is Godzilla now? Which tank? I believe he's in the sump because he's waiting to go back into the 4,000. So I'm 95% sure he's in the sump with the other fish in there. I haven't seen him lately though. Ever since he got healed and we put him back in the water. But Josh moves things without telling me. He don't tell me nothing. I have to watch his videos to find out what he did while he was here. Pigskin Pete says, should I give her a light? I can put her in a storage tub. Storage tub will work. Damp rag, keep it wet. You don't want them to dry out. It is a water turtle, but iodine the sore. Use a cotton swab, dip it in the iodine and touch it to her sore, her open wound. And as long as you covered the whole wound, the iodine kills bacteria. It will close up on its own. Don't need a light because you're not going to be feeding her. You know what I'm saying? So you're okay. Once the wound seals up and it's got, it's healed up without no bacteria. Once it's healed up and it's closed, you can put her back in the water and she'll continue healing. Reaper, where's Jerry? Well, you got to ask Reaper where his dad is.
When obviously, I came late because we had the fish and everything, and then all of a sudden, we took care of that, and then a couple came in from North Royalton with a beautiful big fat koi about that big. So we had to take care of that, and he's supposed to get some of the smaller fish and this and that. So Jerry's giving him a tour and taking care of it.
Oh, we just got in a huge koi?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Something I want to put in Tracy's pond?
It's a nice size koi. Yeah.
But is it beautiful? Is it nice?
It doesn't have any.
Jerry, how's that new koi?
Great.
Is it something I want to put
He's
in
a
the
big
Tracy
boy.
pond?
No, he's short, thin, orange.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
just a
He's as big as some of them.
right with a little black in him. Nothing fancy.
Joanne says you had to do that with Hubert when he first got it. Yes, we did. He asked how long, with no food in the tub. Well, if it's just a little 1/4-inch cut, it should heal in 3-4 days. If it's a huge, 1-inch long cut, it might take, 2 weeks. they can go, 6 months with no food. That's how they dig into the ground, and then they live all winter without no food. So you'll be fine. Is Jerry the real father fish? Father fish wishes he knew what Jerry knows. I'm just kidding. Don't run back and say I'm not.
I gotta get over here. Damn it. I'm screaming from the other side of the room. No,
Jerry is a real father time. I'll give him that.
No, I respect Father Fish and his knowledge. I may not agree with him all the time, but I'd love to have a good conversation with him.
Isn't he the one that said
we
you don't
come
have to
from
do water
different-
changes?
We come from different sides of the track.
Right. But isn't he the one that said you don't have to do water changes because of planting?
In a certain style tank, you don't have to.
Okay. But to tell the public, this is the problem I had with him. To
Yeah.
tell the public, if you put plants in there, you don't have to change water. Now that's going to tell a bunch of people to buy some plants and never do water
Right.
changes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That was the only
aspect.
problem I ever had with Father Fish, and I never brought it up to him. That was just my own personal speculation. You shouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying? But
In all honesty, there are as many ways to establish an aquarium as there is aquariums.
But here's the thing, you go to these, I used to go fishing all the time, and our biggest thing, our white whale was old farmers' ponds that nobody's touched.
Yeah.
And you'd get some big, bucket mouth bass out of there. But they don't have filtration on there. They don't go out there and change their
I
water.
don't know.
The pond's big enough that it's surrounded by plants all the way around, and you can't recreate that much plant to water in your,
No,
fish tank. There's way more plants to amount of water in a natural pond, and that's how they get away with it. The plants do eat the nitrates and the ammonia and the nitrites, and let out clean water. They also oxygenate the water, and that works in nature. But when you have a 4 foot by 2 foot tank, you don't have enough plants that you can put in this tank that would filter the whole tank without changing water.
No, but you can if you balance the system. If the plant amount.
Okay, you would need probably a 400-gallon tub over here full of plants running to this 55-gallon back to come up
Okay.
with the amount of badness the fish tank's putting off and eat and put out clean water. The ratio isn't right, is the problem.
I had a 20-gallon long tank. I had a long.
Oh, it also works if you have hardly no fish in it.
Okay, yeah, I had a 20-gallon long. There was a Echinodorus, the pygmy chainsword. The whole bottom of it was a lawn. There was one flowering underwater.
See, that
orchid.
helps out too, the whole bottom being
Yeah,
a plant.
and there was one little coconut shell over here with a breeding pair of.
So you had 3
Apustos.
fish in there.
Yeah, the little
And nothing but plants. See, now that'll work. But a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I heard Father Fish say I just need some plants," and they put
There's
3
a
or
way
4
to do it.
3 or 4 pothos in there, and then they fill up the tank with 40 cichlids and blah blah blah. It'll never work. It'll never
Well,
work like
that's
that.
his way of pulling people in.
Well, that's the only thing I didn't agree with Father Fish. That's it. Everything else, he's got good advice.
There's just some people on here ask us about how many water changes should I do on a 40-gallon
Doobie says
tank.
Father Fish never said that.
Until I've
Doobie,
got
I'm
my
not gonna argue
hands
with you.
in the
That was the
tank,
only reason
can't
I
answer
didn't
your
argue.
question.
Okay, stop, Jerry. The point is, that's the only reason I didn't get, everything he said, I didn't agree with. I saw it somewheres. He had to have said that, so I don't want to argue with you that he never said that. But that's the only bad thing that I've heard come from him. So that's it. Not a big deal. He's a pillar of the community. Like him, See, Doobie gets it. An inch of dirt, 2 inches of sand, and 70 to 80% plants. Yes, but then you cannot overcrowd it with fish. Like Lucas Breads does. He has, a 10-gallon tank completely the whole tank is covered in plants, and he has 4 endlers in there or something, you know, or maybe 6. You can't fill your tank full of fish and put in a couple plants. It won't work that way. Father Fish looks like Jerry and Reaper. That's why everybody, you know, brings him up all the time. I have nothing to say about anybody bad. You know, I try not to say it, but you know, we're talking about Father Fish, so I had brought up the only thing I had negative about the man, and that's it. And you know, I just wish he would have taught more and not just said that you don't need a filter for a tank. You can do it all on plants. But see, there was a whole lot more to that, you know. Owen Miller gets it. Depends on plants and tank size and how many fish. You got to have 80% plants, 20% fish, 10% fish. You know what I'm saying? Hardly any fish, all plants, and it looks beautiful that way. Doobie says, never overcrowd your tank. Well, overcrowding actually works in cichlids. You know, they are a territorial type thing, and you hear cichlids are mean and this and that. But if you overcrowd them, now they don't want to fight off these 2 or 3 people that or fish that come by and are predators and defend their territory, because there's so many predators, they just give up and they all coexist. Unless with cichlids, he says. Okay. You're right there with me, Doobie. Yeah, okay. Sue Ann says the best part of fish keeping is finding the most knowledgeable and making it work for you. What works for one doesn't always work for another. Here's the thing, and I've gone through this a million times, and it irks me. Hey, my neighbor's got a 55. I bought a 55. You know, he's got a bunch of fish in there, and I've got fish in here. He does his water change once every 3 months, once every month, whatever it is. I'm going to do the same. No. Are you have the exact same fish, the exact same size? Because if you got bigger fish, if you've got more fish, your water change is going to be different than his. You can't go by that. You know what I'm saying? You have to test your water. And when water gets above 20 parts per million is what we try and keep ours at. If it gets up to like 40, you do a water change. Let's say you do quarter tank water change, and it brings it down to 37. But that's not enough. Okay. Now you do, let's say you do a 50% water change. It's at 40. You bring it down to 20. You got all fresh water. Now you're good. It's at 20. Now, how long until it comes back up to 40? Whether it be a week because you overloaded your tank, whether it be 6 weeks because you got a bunch of plants. At some point, you're going to figure out your own water change situation because of you want it around 20, and you know when it gets up to 40, you want to change it. Some people go to 80. I keep mine simple and clean, 40. So when it gets up to 40, you change it, and you figure out how much of a water change you changed because you're testing the water and you know how many nitrates are left. Your ammonia and your nitrites are at 0. Your nitrates will tell you when to do your water change. And you know, at first it's hard because you have to test every day until it gets up to 40. And then once you get to 40, do you change a quarter? Do you change a half tank? Do you change a third tank? It's only for you on your system is different than everybody else's. You do this water change and you see what it brings it down to. When it brings it back down to 20, now you're good. Then you let it go for however many days till it gets back to 40, and you know, okay, I changed, 40% and it brought it back down to 20. Well, 16 days later, it's back to 40. Now every 16 days, you change 40% of your water and you're at 20. And you can go by that schedule until you buy a new fish or 2 or 3. Then you got to do it all over again. Do we have electric blue at cars? Yes, we do.
I was gonna say we did.
Ken Cummings says, take your local pond water, put it in a tank, and bam, you're all good. No, that is not true at all. That has some bacteria in it, but bacteria is only free floating until it finds a place. It settles in your gravel, it settles on your plants, it settles in your filtration, it settles on your biomedia. That's what you need. So yes, taking an old filter to start up a new tank, and you take your old filter, sponges, and you squeeze it into your new tank, will put bacteria in the water. Not the amount you needed for the amount of fish you're putting in there. That's all. I just explained all that. It'll be different for everybody. So please don't believe that.
If you can take the physical material from the tank and put it in your new tank, it works a lot better because the bacteria is already on the.
We always run filtration on our system because we have pass through. So if we put an extra filter or 10 or 20 on there, it's still going to build up bacteria. And then we can take the filter off of like say the 3,000 gallon tank. There's 5 FX5s on there. If we put a 6 one on there and let it go for 2 months, it's got bacteria built up in it. We can take that and put it on a new tank and have some bacteria for the new fish. It's still going to have to round off watching your nitrates and seeing when they build and then seeing what your water change is.
And it still has to balance it. So.
Right. So Ann says, hey, Rich, did I see a sun cat in today's video? Yes, we got 2 new baby sun cats in. They're about 6 inches long. Summerlee says, was the cat in with Herbie? No, Herbie don't have any other fish in with him yet.
Yeah,
We haven't. There's a cat in there?
There
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
What?
One of
Since
the
when?
one of the long fins. I mean, one of those ones with the real long whiskers. Your friend.
Oh, my Achara cats.
Yeah.
Josh put one of them in there. He caught it out of the 4400.
So that people could. So
Dude,
that
I
they
love
could-
them cats for a
I
touch
know.
tank. I told Josh
Yeah.
we need them in the touch tank.
Well, it's still
because
on in the 650.
They have their tentacles, right? And what they do is that's how they feel. Fish don't breathe in their mouth and taste food. They taste with their feelers. So these Achara cats, which I love, and the best Achara cat at the top of the cream of the crop is the Longistrus. Shit, I'm drawing a blank. I'll remember in a second. But any Achara cat has long tentacles. And I had like 5 of them in the old 3,000 gallon tank. And when I went to feed, they would come up and these tentacles would be out of the water, touching me on my arm and my hands. And then they'd feel the food and they'd their mouth would come up,
Yeah.
It was amazing. I love these cats. They don't try biting you. They're feeling it. So you get to feel these tentacles coming out of water, touching you. They're amazing. I love Achara cats. They're one of my favorites.
I remember when I was a kid, we had
Liarius pictus. I'm sorry, Jerry. It came to me.
Yeah, okay. Get it out.
Liarius pictus is the cream of the crop of Achara cats, which means Achara cats have longer tentacles than their body is, but when they get bigger, like 3 foot, their tentacles are only like 2.5 foot. The Liarius pictus stays, if he's 3 foot, his tentacles are 4 foot.
Yeah,
He's amazing. And they have this, the only way you can tell the difference is right like by their side fin, let's call it their shoulder. They have a white streak coming from their neck down past their shoulder on the side of their body. That is the cream of the crop of Achara cats. I love that fish. It's one of my most favorite top 4 cats of top 4 fish, period. I love my Liarius pictus.
one of the pet shops when I was little, we had a whole tank full of Achara's cats. We have a big shipment come in. I used to put my face up there right next to the edge and all those little feelers all over your face. And that's when they're only about 12 inches. They were,
Yeah.
these weren't full grown yet.
Yes, Summerlee says it's the marble cat from the 750. That is a Achara cat or a marble cat, and there's another name for him too.
Josh called it a marble cat. That's the one he put in.
That's the Achara cat, yeah.
The Achara, that's the marble Achara.
Yeah. All right, we're caught up. Here's to you, brother. We're going riding this summer.
Oh,
Jerry, I'll have to buy him like a trike or something to keep up with us.
I'll take the
you
sand
already
buggy out.
said the sand buggy to
Yeah,
Hot Wheels.
that's what I
Oh,
was
you can
gonna
keep
say.
up with the dune buggy?
Yeah, that Hot Wheels.
You can drive that. We're good to go. You'll follow up the ass end with the dune buggy behind the Harleys?
Mhm.
All right.
I will leave.
Yeah, you gotta leave. I drove both. I drove my Harley and I drove the sand buggy. I know who's going to be out front.
I wish I had my old Firebird. Stretch you guys out and do a slalom run.
Tyler Kerr says, thank you, Swan. I see this is why you in depth of the shit. No. Her in depth of the shit because she can cook. And we're men, okay? And Deb Charge, he's just like the chillest human being. You know, you go up, you know, let's just say, pretend this never happened. But this woman come up and he's sitting out back and, you know, he's getting ready to toke a bowl. And she comes up and starts screaming and yelling at him. He'll look at her and he'll look back and he'll just continue toking his bowl. You know, I mean, he's just so fucking chill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the storm could start and the lightning striking beside him. He'll look and see the lightning and the burn spot on the ground. And he'll go back to toking his bowl. He's just chill as shit. Xanthi
What's your
says,
procedure for leak testing tanks?
yeah, do you guys have a procedure for leak testing tanks? Yes. Every tank we get in, we set it on level ground. We got a spot right next to our garage, right by the fence that's level, and then it starts heading downhill. So we set it up there and we fill it up and let it sit for 3 days. And if it don't leak, we can say it don't leak. But usually we don't have to test them because we bring them from houses that they're full, and we take the fish out, we take the water out, and they're full. This one don't leak. It was set up, you know. It has bit us on the ass a couple of times where we've sold like a 600-gallon tank and the people set it up and 2 weeks later it starts leaking, you know. So now we have to go there and see, oh, you don't have it level. We warned you, you have to have big tanks completely level. You know, the one corner sticking down, well, that's going to make the acrylic twerk, you know, and it does make it leak. You have to have a level ground for the acrylic tanks to sit on. So Anne's like, the only reason people like me is because I can cook. She didn't say that. Now she's going to be mad at me. So Anne says, are you going to save those sun cats for me? If you don't get mad at me, sure. You can take them when you're here.
What are you going to do with 2 sun cats?
They're going to get, you know, 14, 15 inches each. You know, and they're not very nice cats. I mean, they're pretty as they're smaller and they're cute.
They're either or, man. They're either nice cats or they're hell. There's no happy medium with a sun cat.
Tyler Kerr says, good.
I said, when a sun cat goes crazy in the tank, it's crazy.
Once they turn mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Tyler Kerr says, Rich, Reaper, and Jerry, I like to call the goats.
Goats.
To y'all. And here's to my fishy Friday. Oh, thanks, Tyler. Do you know what GOAT stands for, Jerry?
I don't remember.
Greatest of all time. You tell the man he's the greatest of all time. He's like, you're just as chill as the Depth Charge.
I'm a little better today than I was yesterday, and that's all I got to compete with.
I just got one thing to say. You're going to like the way I left the seat this time in the van for
You
you.
brought it back down? Dude, you know how many times I'm go out there and it's in the rain and I'm like, oh my God, it's raining. I'm trying to run in and I go to put my ass in and I hit my head on I'm like, oh, son of a fucking Reaper. And I have to sit there and it's electric. So it goes so slowly. I finally get down. I'm getting soaked, you know. I finally get it done. You stop it.
That was worth a repeat.
Toompi says denture game. I don't have dentures. Only these 4 front teeth are on a flipper that hooks my back teeth. Depth Charge says that's why me and Jerry get along. We are chill and love food. Yeah, all hell could be breaking loose around you guys, and you guys will sit out there and just smoke your fucking bowl and, you know, hey, Jerry, I need some help. Calm down, brother.
Just waiting for the next bowlful. Whether it be food or something else. I'm retired.
Thanks, Jerry. I try and tell you guys the truth. I get the truth. It's hard for Jerry to understand, and Reaper didn't say shit. But for real, thank you guys for what you do. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Tyler.
You know, we're going to have not only the yard sale this year, we're going to have the mod appreciation barbecue, which you all are invited to. Not last year, we didn't have it, but the year before, we had a live band. We had all the food. You don't have to pay for nothing. You just show up and hang out. And, you know, we people were dancing. You know, it was a great band that was here. They were great. They played a lot of stuff that I didn't think was cool when I was young, because I was into, you know, at the time we called it metal. Now it's called grandpa rock. You know it's called that now? Ozzy, Ted Nugent, Led Zeppelin. It's grandpa rock. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. The greatest music of all time. Sue Ann says, Mod Party Friday? No, I have to have time to set up and buy all the food and stuff like that. So, as Smoked Perch says, old metal is the only metal. New metal is noise. Aw.
Now you got.
Thanks, Summerlee. She's putting up all the posts.
You got to push something like that mod picnic far enough away so that everybody.
Yeah, a
can
month
make
of that's, you know,
yeah,
advertising at least.
yeah, so that people can make arrangements to
Yeah.
be here. Not cop out with our heaters.
Deb Charge says you should get some of your old band members together and play the song. See, here's the thing. My old bandmates wouldn't play what the band that was here played. You know, they played stuff like, play that funky music, right, boy? You know, that kind of stuff. And it had everybody dancing. What we played, people didn't dance to. They marched to, you know. Well, also on the mod appreciation weekend, we will supply all the food and invite you guys. But there is so much room in the backyard. Everybody can bring their own tent and stay the weekend. And there's a couple bedrooms in the house you can stay the weekend. Reaper always stays. You know, it's a good weekend. And we haven't done it because, you know, we've been so busy. But this year we're going to do it because I have built so much on that back deck and rearranged it, and it's looking awesome. It's so conventional. And so wait till Monday's video. You guys are going to love this back deck.
I thought that was going to come out this morning.
Yeah, but Josh offered me last night that he had half a video. And I'm like, dude, I only got like 3 minutes, you know. And he's like, I'll put out the video. You can put it out next week. So mine got put off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get going.
Really?
Yeah,
See, when you say you're going to come hang out, I expect you to hang out.
stay like I do. Always. I stay till at least 8.
Well, we're not done drinking till midnight.
Yeah, tonight. I've been like you. I'm not really drinking during the weekend.
You get so much more done without drinking. I mean, I drank because of the pain that I was going through, and I don't take pain pills. But I tell you what, being skinnier, I don't have as much pain, so I don't feel the need to drink.
Exactly. That's why I'm always bending down, moving around, and you know. But in fact, well,
Okay.
cool. All right, man.
All right. See you, Reed.
Later, everybody.
Trouble.
Later, Father Time.
Say bye, Dad.
Father Time. Yeah.
He said bye, Father Time. Okay. Okay. Pigskin Pete says, thank you for all the help and advice. I'm setting up a hospital tub for this injured turtle. I have a hospital tank for fish, but this is my first turtle injury. It'll go smooth. Don't worry about it. They're very resilient. They're very easy to take care of.
Just watch out for the fungus.
Robert Stacy says, thank you, Rose. Even if you don't remember, Reaper. Does Jerry remember?
What's that?
The whole thing where Robert came here and helped Reaper, and then he came here. You don't know what I'm talking about?
You're talking
You're in the fog.
before my time? Or,
No, you were here.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay. Robert, send me some pictures. I can show them, and they will remember as soon as they see the pictures.
I remember now. Yeah,
What do you remember?
I remember Robert.
How do you remember? What happened?
No, you're not going to test me on screen.
Then you don't remember.
Got your opinion.
Motion detected at your front door.
That's Reaper leaving.
I thought maybe we had no showing up.
No nurse tonight. I'm gonna watch Tracy all night. But what is it? Friday? Actually, no. We should have Marion show up at 11 o'clock,
Good.
and I can sleep tonight. But remember, it was Beatrice that used to show up at 7
Yeah.
o'clock to 11 o'clock on Fridays. She now shows up on Wednesdays, which is great because
Oh,
Wednesday's
yeah.
the second day I'm doing 16-hour shift, and I only get 4 hours sleep in between, and I do a 16-hour shift on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead and catch a couple hours sleep while Beatrice is here and then be up the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So that's great that she changed to Wednesdays. That's awesome. Works out for me.
Oh,
Tyler says, what happened with Rich's back door? Never mind, I don't want to know. Something happened to the back door? Or are you talking my back door? Nothing happened with my back door. Trust me. I've been to jail. Nothing's ever happened with my back door. Are you talking about a door here? I mean, we sprayed the rollers, if that's what you're talking about, and now it opens and closes very simply and easily.
I don't know. Was that on the Reaper's video? Yeah,
Could have been.
Yeah, you guys were playing with Reaper's video.
Tyler says, I don't know how you do it, Rich. You're a god. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But no, I'm not. I just, if one of your kids fell sick, wouldn't you do the same thing? And you go without sleep, you take care of them, you do whatever. Well, Tracy's like one of my kids. She's family,
Take care of what's. It's just called taking care of business, man. Whatever's in front of you is what you're supposed to be doing to the best of your
Charlie
ability.
says he's a backdoor man. No, I am not. Oh, Xanthi says, how'd your dog Goliath go? I saw an old video. Oh my God, I love that dog so much. He was so smart. He was so good, but he only lived to be 7. Great Danes do not live long lives at all. And when he turned 7, he got, we can tell by the gray on his face. And then all of a sudden, he just wanted to lay down. He did not want to get up and move. And the next day, his body swelled up and he was dead. And it was oh my God. Tracy was just, she was on her hands and knees, hugging him, crying. Me and Josh, we had to pick him up and he was so lifeless and so heavy and it was horrible. I never want to go through that again. That was such a great dog, and then he just died like that. It was over with. Wow. He was a good dog, though. He was so funny. He was such a galoot. And that's the perfect word for him. Tracy would go out there in the middle of winter and, she's carrying his bowl of food and stuff because he stayed in the fish room, but we let him out on a run, so she'd let him out on the run and then she'd go get his food and she'd come in from the front door and she'd walk back there and he'd come up, he's a big old horse dog. And Tracy's 5 foot tall, 110 pounds, well, no, that was back before she was 6. So she was 99 to 101 all of her life. 100-pound, 5 foot girl. and she's carrying this bowl of food, and he's just prancing all around her, dancing, you know. And he wrapped around the cord, and for some reason he decided to take off, run into the backyard, and grabbed her legs. And
That's on video.
I've got it on video.
Yeah,
We're
that's good.
laughing our
That's good.
ass off. It took her legs out from, and she gets up. She's like, "You son of a!" And she's so cute when she gets mad. She stomps her feet, and she's and the dog thinks she's playing. So he's like, "Arr, arr," and he's jumping all around her. She was mad. You knocked me on my ass. I'm trying to bring you food. It was the funniest thing, Jerry. You had to be there. It was so funny.
Yeah, I've worked with some of them big goofballs.
I can't believe he died so soon, though.
A lot of Great Danes do that. There's hardly any warning.
Yes, we had him from a puppy. I taught him everything he knows, and he learned so quick. He was so on the ball. The smartest dog I've ever had was that Great Dane. Such a great dog, though. Oh, Belle Star's here. Hi, Belle. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm kind of winding down.
Yeah. From all the sitting around you did today.
Where's me? I was just watching you.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'm sitting out there trying to relax and catch my breath on the back deck, and he's out there. Move this over here, move this over here, polish this. Josh is right, though. You have been getting a lot done.
Oh, I've been getting so much done.
That's because you don't have Jerry's kids with you.
That is still so funny.
The
Because we know what Jerry kids
horrible
mean.
thing is that's correct, man. While you're supervising them, you get nothing done.
Right. I get so much more done when there's no community service here. Oh, shit. Okay, so Reaper's girlfriend didn't show up tonight. You guys remember her name? Somebody said it earlier.
Somebody did, yeah. I can remember. Who
She didn't show
somebody
up
was,
tonight.
It's
I was
back
going to hook them
back
up. I was going to get them together tonight.
something.
Oh, it's way back. I can't even scroll back to see.
That's way back there.
Cheryl, yes. Somebody contact Cheryl, please. Tell her the Reaper is interested. Just send him a picture or send us a picture. You know, he's like, I yelled at him, and next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I should have, you know, blah blah blah. I know he shot her down, and I yelled at him for that. I'm like, dude, your wife treated you like shit, and then she left you. She lives in Minnesota now. You're not married to her no more. You're on your own. You moved out. You fucking done everything. You need a woman, and blah blah blah, and this and that, you know. And he just, I don't know what his thinking was. I was like, at least ask her for a picture, and if she looks anything like you'd be happy to be with, go out on a date with her. And he's like, okay, I'll do that. And that's all it needs to be done. Bellstar, Sue Ann. Bellstar wants to meet Sue Ann. Sue Ann's going to be here July 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, I think. Is that the dates, Sue Ann? Let me know. Holy Jam says, hard to trust someone again. You ain't who are you talking to? Of course it's hard to trust somebody again. I had a girl here trying to put me in prison for beating her ass when I never touched her. And then I had, you know, a couple here that I'm done. He is ready. Summerlee, love you, but you're wrong. He is ready. but it wouldn't hurt to see what happens. This is exactly right. This is what I talked to him about, and he agreed. So now he needs to see a picture of this Cheryl, and if he's still interested, he wants to go out on a date. Period. It's a matter of time. She's been gone 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? He needs to move on. He needs to move on. Yeah, he's been paying on the house I bought him for 2 years. She's been gone at least that long.
Yeah.
She was gone before that. And it had to piss her off to know that, because they were renting before, and now as soon as she leaves, I bought them a house and he's paying me, to pay it off. And it's going to be paid off in 5 years.
She's got the same shoes to get happy in.
Yeah, well, she fucked up.
Basically, what
Sue Ann says Reaper needs a good woman in his life. Yes, he does. Harley Jem, I think you're wrong. Everyone needs to be a couple. Everyone wants to be a couple. Everyone wants to have their other half, their ride or die. Here's how I explain it. If I'm climbing this mountain and I've got 2 kids, I want you there with me, helping me climb. I don't need someone there pulling me down, dragging me down, and making life harder. I want you to help me climb this mountain and get these kids ahead, period. Everyone does need someone, Sue Ann. Trust me, it's been 6 years, and I sit in that room and I'm like, I miss having somebody lay next to me, somebody I can talk to, somebody I can put my arm around, my leg over. I miss that. I miss that so much, Wait, Harley or Joanna Nello says her own son don't want to go with her. What the fuck is that about?
they're talking about
Bellstar says love is such a wonderful thing. It so is. I can't really believe in it no more, but it is, because when you love somebody and they love you back, it's a wonderful life. It is a beautiful life. It's the problem is you meet somebody and then they treat you nice for a year and then they treat you like shit for the next couple of years, and then they're out to your life. You're looking back like, why did I ever love them? You know what I'm saying? They played me, and you feel stupid. So you make the next person pay. You know what I'm saying?
they're talking about Kurt not going with Don. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Summer. I couldn't get the word out in time for him to not override me again.
I override you?
Well, if I'm stuttering and I can't get something out, you go ahead in conversation. It's not overriding. No. It depends on how you look at it. It's just, I couldn't get it out.
Sue Ann says Kurt decided to stay with Reaper. That says a lot for sure.
Yeah. I'm starting to wind down again anyway, and I got it's past bedtime for some of the kids out there.
It's not past anybody's bedtime, Jerry, just yours. Talking about Kurt not going with Dawn, that says a lot about Dawn. We never got along the whole time. Basically, and I'm sorry to have to say this, but it was me and Tracy, and then I met Reaper, and then Reaper was going out on his first date with this girl named Dawn. And the first day, he brings her over, and we're having a party, and we're doing this and that. She comes up to me, and she grabs my ass. So I'm like, I have a chance with this girl, or I have a buddy. What do I do? And I chose to tell my buddy that your date for the night came up and grabbed my ass and blah, blah, blah. And he confronted her, and they still got together, but she hated me ever since for telling on her. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way things were. I tried for 30 years to get along with her, and it was always that, you know, she didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? I told on her. So, anyways, Bellstar says love is such a wonderful thing. It really is. You find somebody that is there for you and can make your life better. I mean, like, okay, let's use this for example. Skylar came here, right? Let's say me and Skylar got together. Did she make my life better? No. It wasn't great. I helped Skylar out and I bought her things and I helped her get ahead, but there was no return. I did not feel like my life is better because she's here. It was always chaotic and argumentative and bullshit and dealing with all this shit, you know, and it just wasn't a good thing. And after I told her, plain and simple, you have to treat me nicer or you have to move out. And she chose to move out. So that's her choice. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, my life became better. I didn't have to deal with all this bullshit all the time. Jerry's life became better. He didn't have to deal with all this bullshit. So, I mean, like, when you get with somebody and they make your life better, that's the person you want to hang on to, you know? It isn't about making money and buying you things. It's about the two of you working together to get ahead. Because I used to think, like with Tracy, I was fighting an uphill battle. I'm dragging my kids, and then she's fighting against me and holding me back, you know, and it sucked. It wasn't until the last 20 years of our relationship that she was helping me, and whatever I needed, she would do, and we're getting ahead together, you know. So, I mean, love is a great thing as long as it's beneficial to both people. See, Tyler knows it. He says, I found mine and ours 12 years later, and we have 3 beautiful kids. I kiss her ass every day. Nothing wrong with that if it's reciprocated. And she does the same. And I love, like, day one when I was scared to kiss her for the first time. See, that's a beautiful thing. That is amazing. And you know what? That's all anybody can ask for. That you think you don't deserve your mate and she thinks she don't deserve you, and you two can live out together and you both are fighting to get ahead. That's an amazing thing. I love that. 100%. Harley says Jerry's chilled before bedtime. Boys got to get ready for Jerry's kids tomorrow. They come at noon. Tyler says, so been up, we haven't heard about Rich. What does that mean? Bellstar says she was kind of mean. Yeah. Everybody here said she was mean. Deb Charge says, yeah, and he's been here and he met her. And he says she was, Bell. Bellstar says, you need peace and love and peace. Absolutely. Joanne Nelson has been married for 36 years on the 21st of this month. Fucking congratulations. That's amazing. Yeah, it's not like that nowadays. If you can find that, that's amazing. Suanne says, me and Steve will be 30 years now. Yeah, but did you like each other the whole 30 years? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Harley Jim says, you have to find that person that helps your world. Not everyone has that or ever will. This is true. Eric says, how'd you like that hailstorm the other night? It was nuts. Yeah, we had, so much outside, and all of a sudden that came through and it moved everything. It was crazy. It was a hell of a storm. Tyler, he says, can't wait to be there soon. Sue Ann, I've asked you like multiple times, what dates are you going to be here? Tell us so that we can, everybody can plan to be here on that weekend. Yeah, Sue Ann says, definitely not have liked him the whole time or him, me, but we're still here. Well, you know what? It's working together. Don't matter. Tell us when you're going to be here we can have the sale. I'm out of alcohol. That's been my 3 drinks already. All right, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to tell us. When you're going to be here for the weekend, when the sale's going to be. July 5th through the 12th is the dates. Is going to be. She said, I have told you, in caps like she's yelling at me. July 10th through 12th. Well, the message I got here says, I'm sorry, but it says 5th through the 12th. What the hell? Make up your mind, Sue Ann. Steve and I will arrive on the 5th. Okay, so the weekend following the 5th will be the yard sale date, the 10th through the 12th. Awesome. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Ouch. Okay, you hear a little ouch. That's only happens when I sit for a long period of time.
Front door.
Uh-oh, there's somebody at the front door. Who is it? Uh-oh. I don't know who that is. Looks like Luke. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go check the front door. Talk amongst yourselves. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Let the party start. All right, let me see here. And you guys are all talking amongst yourselves. What the hell? You guys have been talking a lot. John Fernandez says, good night. It's all it's time to go. Okay, good night. Sue Ann says, I have told you July 10th and 12th, but see, I don't see every message. It flies, there's like 40 messages. I try and get 2 or 3 in, you know. So you're going to be here on the 5th, on the 10th. So we got all week long to work. Okay. She told you a few weeks ago. See, stuff like that goes in one ear and out the other. Unless I write it down, it's not solid. Doompy says OFR getting rated? What does that mean? Why would we be getting rated? Bill Star says, I think they're pretty innocent nowadays. Nate says, who's at the door? It turns out to be that was Luke Dunn. He's here. He's going to do a rescue for Josh tomorrow up in Michigan, I believe. No, we're not getting rated. Why would we be getting rated? I do nothing wrong for like since the 80s. I do nothing wrong. All I have is assault charges on my background. You know, it's not a big deal. Robert Stacy says, who plays guitar? Nate says, I do. Depth charge says, I do. Robert Stacy says, all right, Rich. Okay. Sue says, I can't wait for the sale. I'm so looking forward to meeting everyone. I hope everyone shows up. Tyler says, Robert, did I did. Then I had 3 kids. My guitar broke, and I haven't gotten a new one since. It's been 10 years. Dominic says, Rich, that's 4 drinks now? Damn, you keep up. Yes, this is my 4th drink. Although I made it very weak. Only 1 finger of vodka instead of 3. Because I have to watch Tracy the rest of the night. Hey, what's up, Luke?
It's getting long, but I'm stopping in for a second.
All right, come on in.
I gotta head to Minnesota here soon.
What's the drinking word? Anything you want it to be right now, just drink. It is spring, but yes. What's my favorite color, Rich? Is it red? No, I just happen to do red here. See, I theme out my house. Like I had the Mike Tyson carpeting, so I did my dining room in Mike Tyson carpeting, zebra color. Then this room here was flaming guitars, and then Josh's room was dragons. The other room, spare room here, is what do you want to call it? Cheetah or lion print. And then I've got my band room down in the basement has got more Mike Tyson carpet. So it's all black and white carpet with black. I painted all the black walls of the basement black and the ceiling. So it's all black with black and white zebra, you know, flooring. So, I mean, everything has its own thing. My favorite color is probably like a candy apple purple or red. Love that.
No, I do not have my cowboy boots on. I'm about to go on a 14-hour drive, so I wore shoes.
They're still giving you some shit though, ain't they?
You know, every video that Reaper posts.
Ken Cummings says, Rich, have you ever ate lobster before? No. To me, lobster is the cockroaches of the sea.
It's so good.
It's so gross. And everybody says it's so good, but I will not taste it. It's gross. They are the scavengers. They are cockroaches.
There's not a lot of food in them though. Like there's not a lot. And it's expensive.
Doopy says, oh, the Budweiser room. That's my bar downstairs, the Budweiser room.
Those are his OSHA slides. I got tennis shoes.
I got OSHA permitted slides. Okay. They are steel-toed slides.
I know they're not, but I have seen you drop stuff on your feet and not even wince. Oh, I don't know.
Look, you should grow out a mullet. Look like Rich.
I don't know.
Why? Tell everybody you're my son. Just tell them.
No. People thought that for a while when I had the mullet. Because I kind of
Lucas, what happened to your father? In Darth Vader voice. Am I just kidding? What's up, broski?
I've been hearing that.
Luke. I am your father.
I don't even know what to say. No, I've been hearing that one since like 2012.
But I haven't seen you in forever.
It's not,
Bro,
It's been a couple months, maybe.
couple months. I'm in 2X now.
I don't even think it's been that long.
2X shirts. I haven't seen you since I've been in 3X.
I think
2X shirt.
I was just here, like.
I just put on a 2X tonight. It is tonight.
Guess what? You've seen me today. That's a good thing.
Doopy says the playroom is my favorite now. Oh, it's getting there. We've got more added to it, and yeah, it's going on. What you guys see is like 2 or 3 days and behind, and I've already done more stuff to it.
Medium rich.
No, see, people think I was called Big Rich because I was big. No, I was called Big Rich because I had my first son with the stripper, and he was Richard Allen Price Jr. And then he came back. 6 months later, I got a birth certificate, and it was Richard Allen Iman. And I'm like, what the fuck? And this and that. Me and her broke up, and I didn't see him for 7 years. I looked for him everywhere. But I got with Tracy, and she said, I want to give you your junior. So I had Richard Allen Price Jr. That was Richie, Joshy's older brother. And then I had Joshy. And I'm like, yes, another boy. And she stood up in her stirrups and was like, no. So his name is Joshua Richard. Okay. Now I've got Richard, the oldest, Richie, and Joshua. So the whole time growing up, the kids, Tracy had a problem. Every time she'd call Rich, all the three of us would answer, and Joshy wouldn't, So here's the problem. I was Big Rich. Then there was Richard, the oldest, and then Richie, and then Joshy. So it was always Big Rich, Little Rich. Richie was Little Rich. So that's why I got my name Big Rich. Deb Charge says, Rich don't like playing me pool there. I beat him. Yes, you beat me once, but how much do you want to brag about beating a one-eyed blind guy? Okay? I can't very well see out of this eye, and this eye's blind. I got no depth charge. I got no depth perception. I got no distance perception. Come on now. Are you going to brag about beating a blind guy? I used to be good. And I will beat your ass when you come back.
You're talking to one of the skinniest men in the world. Are they talking about me? I'm not that small.
Dude, if I fucking exhale your way, you're moving like 4 foot.
That is not true. I've moved quite a few big tanks, thank you very much. I'm usually on one end of every single one that we move.
Who would win in a drinking contest between Rich and Sue-Ann? I'm going to say Sue-Ann at this point because I will drink and pass out, and when I wake up, there'll be breakfast made. Way to go, Sue-Ann.
You seen Jerry around here?
Jerry just went to bed.
Oh, of course he did. All right. We never get another.
Chris's disciple says, do you recommend hang on the back overflows? I do love my AquaClear 110s. I love them filters. Greatest filters ever. But the reason we don't use them now is we're so strapped for space. They take 4.5 inches on the back of your tank that has to stick out from the wall. Without that filter there, you can put your tank against the wall. So we use inlets and outlets to a, FX5 underneath now. But I do love my 110s. AquaClear 110s are the greatest filters ever. Hang on.
All right, Rich. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you when I get back with those guys. Bye, everybody.
When are you leaving?
I'm going right now to get my
Oh,
kid.
you're leaving for the night? You're driving all night?
Yeah, I gotta go to Minnesota. I gotta pick up Oakland because I finally got some.
Okay, well, you've got like 5 stops.
I've got one stop other than my kid. It's just 2 gar in Chicago.
No, then you're picking up the pond and
I was
salt.
gonna pick up the pond, but I'm not doing that now because it's 3 hours out of my way, and it's already a 28-hour trip.
The guy who was expecting you at 9 o'clock, Josh
Josh has already
texted me
Josh
and
already
said,
talked to him.
will it be okay at 6 a.m.? And I'm like, yes. So he put it out in his driveway for you.
Josh has already talked to him like a long time ago.
Josh didn't talk to him. Josh talked to me today, and I
promise
texted him.
you, he talked to him.
Okay, Josh don't know this guy. Trust me. Josh texted me today and said, can you ask the guy to if he can pick it up at 6 a.m.?
We already figured it out. I got it.
Listen.
Dude, I'm not. No, I got a 30-hour drive. We already figured it out. Josh and I have been talking all day. Since the moment.
Something has lost its transparency through our conversations because Josh called me today and said he won't be there at 9 a.m. He'll be passing by at 6 a.m. Can the guy,
Well, it wasn't a passing by. I was going 3 hours.
listen. This is what Josh told me. I can tell you what I was told. Josh said he's passing by at 6 a.m. Can the guy have it set outside? I text the guy. He said yes. And he took and carried everything outside for the 6 a.m. trip.
We already.
There's no we already. I'm telling you what Josh told
we
me.
handled it. Yeah, that was our first conversation super early in the morning. It's already been rehashed since then.
You can rehash all you want. I'm telling you what Josh told me and what I asked this guy.
Well,
Hang on a second.
I'm telling you how the conversation went.
All right, well, hang on a second. Let me get Josh on the phone.
That's fine.
Josh, you texted me today to ask that guy to move all the stuff outside because he couldn't come at 9. He's going to be there at 6 a.m. And the guy moved everything out to the driveway. Now Luke's here now telling me that he's not even stopping by that guy's house. He just told you now? Dude, what am I going to tell this guy? He carried it outside already. No, it was in his house, and I told him that we can't be there at 9 o'clock. We're going to be there at 6 a.m. Can you have it outside? And he carried it out to his driveway for us. Okay. Okay. I'll call him. All right. Well, I'll let you go. All right, bye. Yeah, he didn't tell me nothing
I
about
said,
it.
I promise you, I talked to him like a long time ago about it. It was at least 4 hours ago. But no, yeah.
I said earlier, Josh, don't
There-
tell me shit.
There was there's a super bad storm on the one route, so the other route that it's taken me, it's putting me 3 hours away from that.
Why? Why aren't you going the first route?
because there's a severe storm and the route is closed in some spots. It's a 14-hour drive.
Okay,
So
and
I
now
have to
you're
go
doing a
home.
16-hour, 18-hour drive?
It's 13 going up and then coming down. It's an hour shorter because it's tolls. I wasn't going to take tolls originally because I don't usually take toll routes.
I hate setting up things with people and then canceling on them. I just hate that. You know, my word is my bond, you know?
Yeah.
I hate that.
It wasn't on
Josh didn't
purpose.
tell me nothing.
If it wasn't a 30-hour trip already, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But that's just how it went. But all right, I'm gonna.
This poor guy fucking carried his shit outside. And set
Well, there was a bunch of people on that post telling them they were local and wanted to get it. It doesn't. I mean, I'm sure somebody can grab it because there was 4 or 5 comments after he commented before Josh texted it. Because me and Josh were talking about that because we were talking about the post.
Well, this is the first I'm hearing of it at all.
And like I said, you should have known a few hours ago, but that I
Well,
did
my
not.
son don't tell me shit. I told you that.
Hey, stuff happens. We're all busy. All right, man. I'll see you.
I see it. Okay, guys, we're back. So Ann says our drink of choice is Canadian Mist with Coke Chaser. I'll buy that for you, Sue Ann. You said you only drink grape when you're in Ohio. That's my drink. You don't have to drink my drink. I will buy what you want. I mean, come on. I don't know what happened here. Channel activity, top chat. There we go. Yeah, he said the weather changed his route. Now they're 3 hours away. I don't get that. Chris's disciple says, I'd like to put a sump on my 225, but it's not drilled. Do you have any recommendations? Yes, they have a overflow with a U-tube. Okay, when the water gets up so full, it flows through the U-tube and then goes down to your sump. And then you have a pump that pumps it back up. It's a simple system, and it works great. Nate says there's tornadic weather ripping through northern Illinois right now. Harley Gem says my first hangover was because of mixing all the drinks bought on a birthday, New Year's Eve. Yeah, you don't want to mix drinks. I mean, it's detrimental to your health. It took me years to find out that I cannot drink hard liquor like Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Wild Turkey. Can't drink none of that shit. Family and friends get beat up, you know. I don't know how many times I got in a fight with my brothers and friends, and then, you know, I laid off of that shit, and then I went to like the Aftershock, the Golden Schlager, all that hot cinnamon stuff. And I found out that only friends got beat up. It wasn't until I found vodka that I'm a happy drunk and no one gets beat up. And it's great. I love it. And that's my drink of choice, but it affects different people differently. Some people can only be happy on, you know, Jim Beam. Some people can only be happy on, you know, Golden Schlager, you know. So, I mean, usually the hard liquor is what the young girls want to nail. And that's why they get the reputation of that bitch was psycho, because she's so fucked up on Jack Daniels, you know. I Deb Charge says tequila makes the clothes fall off. Well, hell yeah. Bellstar says, no offense, but alcohol is gross. I'll tell you what, Bellstar, let me explain this to you. You meet a guy and you go out to dinner, and then you guys end up going back to whoever's place and you end up having sex. It's okay. But if you go out to dinner and then you go to a bar and you get drunk and you have sex, it's amazing. Sue Ann says, that's why I won't ever drink Jack. I get so evil, I would beat up my own grandma. Harley Jem says, I was walking around in -20 and no boots on. Oh my God, crazy night. Yeah, that, you was putting on a drinking binge that night. Robert says, had a friend slip some purple microdot in my Jack and Coke. Worst 3-day hangover. You know why? Because you were so amped on the microdot and, you know, tripping and all this, you didn't feel tired. So you drank more and you drank way past your potent, you know, level. And, you know, when you woke up, you were like, what the fuck? Sue Ann says, never had to go to a bar to retrieve me shirt. That sounds like a fun time, Sue Ann. I went to a bar one time and I got so fucking drunk. I actually walked on the bar because somebody else did it. And they said they had the biggest dick in the bar. So I jumped up there and I pulled my shorts down, left my tighty whities on, and my shorts were around my ankles. And I'm walking up there. I'm like, I got the biggest dick in the bar. And somebody punched me in my nose. And I turned around and I'm gonna fuck them up. Turned out it was a ceiling fan. Hit me dead square in my face. I bent over, I grabbed my shorts, I pulled them back up, I got off the bar, and I walked home. Oh, shit. Sue Ann says, Depth, I have pictures to prove. Sue Ann, never tell your husband that you have pictures of you naked with anybody else. Stop it. You were a virgin until you met him. Period. Follow the line, okay? Follow the rules. Dominic says, Rich, generally, how much would you sell a 6x2x2? If it got donated to us, probably a couple $100. You know, $200, you get a great tank. If we bought it, now it depends on how nice it is. We bought it for ourselves. It's beautiful. It's like, you know, showroom condition with the canopy. It's going to be more. If we bought it because it's like, oh, okay, the guy wants, you know, $300 for it, we'll get it. You know, maybe we can sell it for $400, but we might be able to use it here. It all depends. A lot of things depend on how we get it. You know what I'm saying? Doompy says, got corrected by a ceiling fan. Oh, yeah. I couldn't even whoop its ass. It straight made me stop. Oh, that's funny. You guys are hilarious. See, here's the thing about me. I try and help everybody out. I try and do good. And then, you know, these people that want too much and want more help than I'm willing to give them turn on me, and it's just ridiculous. I you know, the last couple was here, I gave them 5 months when they asked for a week and a half, and then, you know, 3 months of that I couldn't see my granddaughter, and they didn't care at all. They're just pissed off at me and think I need to pay because I wouldn't let them stay the last week. Well, they asked for a week after they asked for 3 months. And I'm like, no, you promised to be out on the 1st. You got to be out. It was the 6th. And I made them fucking leave. And, you know, I got pissed at them for making me be a dick. Yeah, I didn't need to be this way. You should have just left on your own, you know. Doopy says that ceiling fan got free drinks all night. I didn't. I left. I got my ass whooped. Cracked me right in my nose. And I closed my eyes and I open up and I'm ready to hit somebody. There ain't nobody there. It was a ceiling fan.
Motion detected at your back door.
Doomby says biggest enemy of Big Rich? Oh shit. That would have to be a fucking asshole named Ty Casa. What a piece of shit he was. He's definitely the biggest enemy of Big Rich. If I would meet him now, I'd whoop his damn ass. But when I was a kid, he was like 2 grades higher than me, and you know, he was like, you know, you had to listen to him or you'd get your ass beat, you know. So he got me in all kinds of trouble when I was young. And if I was to meet him now, I'd just beat his ass. Because how dare you treat somebody like that? He was just a piece of shit. Yes, Josh will be live next Friday, starting next week. He will be here from 5 to 6, and I will do the regular live stream from 6 to 8. So we're adding an hour. He actually said he would do from 4 till 6, but I don't want to change your guys' nightly, you know, thing at night and now make it like half past mid-afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So he's willing to do an hour before our normal stream. So I'll go from 5 to 8 every Friday. Oh, Ross, sorry it's 6:30 a.m. for you. Yes, Doompy. Every Friday it's going to start an hour early, and you're going to get an hour with Josh and then 2 hours with me and Jerry. Depth, it's okay. Be late all you want. It's cool. Make sure we share the live. I do that every single week. We're good. All right, guys, it's 9 o'clock. I think it's time for us to go. Summerlee says, wait, the live is going to be an hour early now when I missed that. I'm just saying, Josh is going to come an hour early every Friday and hang out with us for an hour. And then we're going to start the normal live stream at 6. Vasquez family says, I'm excited. Tyler says, I think I'm out of here too. It's Friday, so that means family night with the kiddos. And tonight it's my choice. I hope they like. It's going to be Lake Placid is a great movie. I want to scare them because that's our thing. Okay. Robert says, good night, Rich. Good night, buddy. Summerlee says, good night, Rich. Good night, Summerlee. All right, we're out here, guys. Thank you very much. Loved hanging out with you guys. It's been great. Go over to here. Okay. We're out of here. Stay fishy, my friends.